It's really Friday the 13th, isn't it? While some say it may be an unlucky day, it could be a lucky day. We've got a lot to get to. Of course, it's my final broadcast here on WMAY, but don't fret. I'm not going anywhere necessarily. You can still find me online. Search Bishop on Air, and you can hook up with me that way. And YouTube, X, Facebook, just search Bishop on Air. So we'll open up the phone calls for you to chime in, do a lot of open phone Friday. Take the lazy approach on my way out. But we've got tons to tackle. We'll discuss what's going on over in the Middle East. We'll discuss delinquent taxes. We'll talk about the speaker's race. We'll talk about threats to officials, which is very problematic, and increasing tide of frustration in politics. But up next, we'll get to the latest in the status of firearms litigation and what could possibly come out of the Illinois legislature when they come back for fall veto session concerning gun control. So stay tuned. All of that's on the way here with Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk on this Friday the 13th. It's 6:04.
News.
Weather.
92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News and Talk.
I'm Don Howard. Our top story, the UAW strike against automakers continues to have ripple effects in Illinois. The Effingham Daily News reports that an employee at Flexing Gate in Effingham confirmed that workers have been told not to come into work starting today. The closure comes after the Ford truck plant in Louisville was struck Wednesday, idling 8,700 workers. The strike is now in its fourth week. Illinois State Treasurer Michael Fredericks has announced a $10 million purchase of Israeli bonds as a direct response to the attack by Hamas. Fredericks said the investment shows Illinois' strong commitment to Israel and its people. Fredericks' office has invested more than $100 million in Israeli bonds since he became state treasurer in 2015. With the House of Representatives paralyzed, states are the only available source of governmental funding available from the United States. It's Friday, so that means high school football. Some area teams that are at home tonight include Rochester, Lanphier, Athens, New Berlin, and Williamsville. Come out and cheer the athletes and support the home team, as well as the volunteers, cheerleaders, and others who make high school football possible in Illinois. Residents in central Illinois will have the opportunity to see a partial solar eclipse this Saturday morning. About 50% of the sun will be hidden behind the moon's shadow at the event's peak just before noon. The viewing will be much better next year when Springfield will witness a near total solar eclipse in April. The UAW strike against automakers continues to have ripple effects in Illinois. The Effingham Daily News reports that an employee at Flexing Gate in Effingham confirmed that workers have been told not to come to work starting today. The closure comes after the Ford truck plant in Louisville was struck Wednesday, idling 8,700 workers. The strike is now in its fourth week. Your WMAY dependable forecast is next on Springfield's News and Talk.
News brought to you by Illinois Paving. It's paving season, and Illinois Paving is here to help. Call Cousin Bill today for your free estimate. Visit ilpaving.com.
Hey, Illini fans, it's the best time of the year, homecoming. We can't wait to see you back on campus and at Memorial Stadium on Saturday, October 21st versus Wisconsin. Make sure to get in town early Friday for the homecoming parade and pep rally. Tailgating, family, homecoming, and Illinois football. What could be better than that? Get tickets at fightingillini.com.
Getting around town can be a challenge for those with disabilities. SMTD's Access Paratransit makes it easy.
My name is Brian Kerr. I'm an Access Paratransit driver.
And Brian, what would you say is the most important part of your job?
The most important part of my job is making sure that I get my passengers to their destination safely.
And what's one of the top benefits of SMTD Access that comes to mind?
SMTD Access is very reliable.
For schedules and routes, go to smtd.org. SMTD is everywhere.
Cousin Bill here with Illinois Paving. Do you need a new driveway? Did you drag your feet this summer? Well, call now before the season ends. When other contractors say no, Illinois Paving will say yes, with immediate openings available, whether it's asphalt or hot tar and chip. Call Cousin Bill, 788-7777. 788-7777. ILPaving.com.
Blood donors rock at Impact Life because saving lives is in their bones. Now, through October 31st, all donors who register to give blood will be eligible for their choice of a $10 gift card or a limited edition Blood Donors Rock long-sleeved Halloween-themed t-shirt. Give what's in your heart today and register to donate blood before October 31st. Visit our donor center on Wabash in Springfield or on Main Street in Decatur. We are changing the world together. Visit bloodcenter.org.
Now, your dependable forecast on 92.7 WMAY.
Scattered thunderstorms likely today, otherwise cloudy skies. High temperatures reach up to 68, south winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance for scattered thunderstorms tonight, lows dip down to about 53. Overcast skies. Cloudy skies expected again tomorrow. Chance for scattered rain showers, highs level off around 58. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently, it's 58.
Weather sponsored by BLH Computers in Springfield, Jacksonville, and Taylorville. Online at blhcomputers.com.
If your checking account doesn't come with discounts and offers on goods and services, it's time to get More For You Checking. More For You Checking from Heartland Bank offers 24-hour roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft aid, and discounts on prescriptions and much more. Wherever you go, More For You Checking benefits save you money on the things you're already paying for. Visit hbtbank.com and unlock the power of more. More For You Checking from Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228. 888-509-2228. Sponsored by GP Agency, Inc., Raleigh, North Carolina. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial professional before making an investment decision.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Keeping you connected with the latest market updates every weekday afternoon at 4:30 and 6:30. Brought to you by Edward Jones, making sense of investing. 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone.
Done.
By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop, broadcasting from the Fly SPI Studios. Take the easy way out. 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk.
Some may see Friday the 13th as unlucky, but maybe it's my lucky day. I don't know. It's my last day here on WMAY, and I want to thank everybody for the years and years and years of you having to put up with my voice over these airwaves, either on the AM station when we were just 970 AM to when it was 94.7 FM and WMAY on the AM, but now we're at 92.7 FM, and I've seen quite a bit of evolution in the radio industry in just a handful of years, quite frankly. Bit my teeth here on talk radio way back in 2006. Just thinking about that blows me away. We'll talk about all of that a little bit later on, I promise. I'll elaborate more on my history here, fill some of you in who've just started tuning in the past year of what's going on, and let you guys know that I'm still going to be producing news content. I'm still going to be producing talk news information. So if you subscribe to me on YouTube, if you follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, or if you see me on Facebook, you'll still be able to get that content on a regular basis. All right? So just so you guys know, I'm just not going to be coming into the radio station to perform a 3-hour show, which I tell you, as a part-time gig, it really is, quite frankly, a full-time gig, practically. Because, ask my wife. I'm sitting there scheduling interviews while we're either at dinner or while I'm laying in bed. So that's obviously something that is going to be cut down quite a bit because I don't have to fill 3 hours worth. So we'll talk about a lot of that, all right? I promise. And we'll open up phone calls as well for you to chime in and share your thoughts. 217-629-7970. It's Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. But let's go ahead and jump into what we've got coming up here with the latest in litigation against gun laws. And you've got the Seventh Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals still having the Second Amendment case that was argued back in late June from the Southern District and Northern District cases combined into the Seventh Circuit. So we talked about how earlier this month, the plaintiffs, they filed a third note of additional authority that they say the Seventh Circuit needs to look at. If you recall, the plaintiffs already said, look at Hawaii's ruling that says banning butterfly knives is unconstitutional. Look at a different ruling out of California that deals with the magazine bans there. And then there was also a third one that they asked recently, earlier this month, to look at the pistol brace ruling out of Texas that said pistol braces and the rule is unconstitutional. So all of those things over in different court jurisdictions are being dealt with, but the plaintiffs here in Illinois are asking the Seventh Circuit to review exactly that. What is the other cases and how they should impact Illinois. But yesterday, in the Seventh Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals, the state did indeed file a response to at least one of those three. They've already responded to two of them. The third one, the pistol brace rule, I haven't seen that response quite yet, but they did provide an update on the California mag ban case, where a district court in California said that magazine capacity limits are unconstitutional, then put a stay on that while it went up to the Ninth Circuit. And you've probably heard about some of what people say is some trickery going on with the Ninth Circuit, doing an en banc panel instead of a 3-judge panel there. But the Illinois State Police and the state of Illinois filing yesterday in the Seventh Circuit pointing to what's going on over in California. And here's what they had to say. They said, in the case Duncan v. Bonta, plaintiffs cited as supplemental authority. They go on to say that an en banc panel of the Ninth Circuit subsequently granted an administrative stay on the district court's decision while the parties completed briefing on the California Attorney General's motion to stay pending appeal. October 10th, state police say the en banc panel over in California and the Attorney General's motion for an emergency stay entered a stay on the district court's order while the appeal is pending. The court concluded that the California Attorney General, quote, is likely to succeed on the merits. And the merits of the law, they say, is to restrict the possession of firearm magazines over 10 rounds of ammunition, saying that arguing it comports with the Second Amendment under the U.S. Constitution and the Supreme Court's ruling in Bruin v. New York State Rifle and Pistol Association. So that's the latest from the Seventh Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals. Still no ruling, still no outcome of how the 3-judge panel there is going to rule on Illinois' gun and magazine ban. But yesterday they did have a filing from state police essentially saying, hey, I know the plaintiffs are looking at this magazine ban over in California, but there's a stay that's been put on that. Another thing that we want to look at, of course, is the latest with the hearing that we had earlier this week down in East St. Louis, where Judge Stephen McGlynn heard the vagueness challenge against the state's gun and magazine ban. So during that hearing, it was noted by the judge that the state filed late Tuesday evening 400 pages of documents, witness testimony and affidavits and things along those lines. But the plaintiffs hadn't had a chance to review it, so they said, we'll take 7 days to review all of that, and ultimately the judge kind of reset a deadline. So don't expect a ruling out of the MAG case here in Illinois down in the Southern District, at least until, October 18th, after October 18th. That gives that 7-day window for them to review the state's late-minute filings. So you've got that to contend with. And then you've also got the transcript that's being ordered. So yesterday they did say that they're going to prepare that transcript. So you won't have to rely on my my tweet storm from when I was practically the only media in the courtroom covering that case. But I did want to cover something here really quick. You remember this clip from earlier this week? It was from over the weekend, last week, where Voodoo Gun Sales highlighted how they are tracking now the sale of ammunition. And not just the sale of ammunition in Illinois, they're also tracking what caliber of ammunition. If you recall, remember this?
And then I clicked on the select ammunition transfer, and then this now comes up. This is brand new. So they're now tracking the caliber of the ammunition that you're buying.
And why would they do that, Joe?
The only reason I can think of that they would want to track the ammunition that you're buying is because if you're not going to register your firearm, but you buy 223, it's going to be pretty obvious that you're buying 223 for an AR, and they're going to want to know why you're buying ammunition for a gun you didn't register. So think wisely, my friends. Figure out how you're going to do it because they're coming.
So again, the warning there that they're tracking ammo sales, but not just ammo sales. They're also tracking the ongoing caliber size for those ammo sales. The judge apparently either saw that video or just had that his own idea that could be possible, because during the hearing, if you watched my tweets, you'll be able to see that the judge asked the state about warrants based upon ammo purchases if police say such persons haven't registered guns. Wells said that is a facial challenge not applied, and that's the state's attorney there, Christopher Wells. It's a facial challenge not as applied, said not sure if such example would trigger a warrant. So that was interesting to hear the judge, Stephen McGlynn, make that question for the state to respond to. So that's the latest out of course, the MAG case. But you've also got another case here that we've been tracking, and that's the gun industry liability case, where the latest there, you have the state yesterday filing a notice of an attorney to appear the day before that. There was an order granted saying for good cause shown, defendant's unopposed motion for leave to file over lengthy briefs is granted. So they originally, back last in September, they asked for a delay in responding to the plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction on the gun industry liability case here in Illinois. So they've got that now pushed to October 19th, which is coming up in just a handful of days. And we'll be covering this. If you follow me on YouTube, we will be continuing to cover these stories. So be sure to hit like and subscribe and all that if you're watching online. But they did delay and say, yeah, we're granting an order for delaying October 19th when they have to do that. But now an order says for good cause shown, defendant's unopposed motion for leave to file over-length brief granted. Defendants may file a brief limited to 40 pages in length in response to plaintiff's motion for preliminary injunction. And that's signed by the Judge Stacey Yandel. So that was earlier this week in the gun lawsuit liability case. Something else, too, just looking at elsewhere throughout the country, here's a headline. You've got New Mexico's ban on carrying guns in parks upheld by a judge. And that's a sensitive places concern, which obviously, we'll see how that case transpires throughout the appeals courts as well. So that's just an overview of at least where we're at with some of the more high-profile cases, including cases here in Illinois when it comes to gun legislation. Coming back, we will talk about what could possibly come out of the Illinois legislature with a bill to deal with orders of protection and firearm confiscation. So that's next. 621 from Culver's West on Wabash.
Deliver smiles, butter burgers, fresh custard, and great service. Culver's West on Wabash is hiring for all positions.
Do you know what to do when a car is pulled over on the side of the road? First, reduce your speed. Second, change lanes if possible. Third, proceed with caution. These 3 simple steps can be the difference between life and death. The next time you're on the road, do the right thing. Slow down, move over, and drive like your life and their life depends on it. Sponsored by the Illinois Broadcasters Association. Aired in cooperation with this station. Thanks to the AAA Auto Club for their financial support in the airing of this message.
You've seen and heard the pitches for Zero Premium Advantage plans. They sound too good to be true, but they're not. Today's Advantage plan includes medical and prescription coverage, dental and vision and hearing benefits, and even no-cost gym memberships, and you get to keep all your doctors. Medicare's annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Find out if an Advantage plan is right for you at Sullivan Financial. Make Medicare easy. Sullivan Financial of Chatham. Find us on Facebook or online at sullivanfinance.com.
It seems like everyone in business these days has one big thing in common. We're all looking for our next great new hire. It's tough out there, and with the unemployment rate near 4%, your next star employee may very well already be working somewhere else. But guess what? Do they even know you're hiring? That's where Midwest Family Springfield can help. We've partnered with NavaQuest to provide business owners and hiring managers a free recruitment marketing workshop. We're calling it Recruitment on the Rocks. This happy hour informational event is free to attend and will be held on Wednesday, November 15th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. at Buzz Bomb in Springfield. The information provided will be educational and interactive to help you recruit so you can find the next player for your team. Isn't it time for you to work on your business and not just at your business? Seating is very limited, so please RSVP today at MidwestFamilySPI.com. We hope you can join us with our guests from NavaQuest for our free Recruitment on the Rocks Happy Hour workshop, Wednesday, November 15th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. at Buzz Bomb in Springfield. To reserve your seat, RSVP today at MidwestFamilySPI.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
For over a decade, SimpliSafe has revolutionized home security, and our latest advancement is here, 24/7 LiveGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the 4-day super sale, October 13th through the 16th, and get 40% off paints and stains with prices starting at $26.69. That means 40% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, get 40% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It's obvious. The unthinkable is going to happen soon. With all the distractions in the media, we probably won't see it coming. Your gut tells you there's something very wrong going on, and all the evidence suggests that there is. Those in charge say everything's fine, stop noticing. But you know better. American families are preparing. Folks are getting into self-reliance and investing in emergency food storage. My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, is the place you can trust. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one food kit for each family member. For a limited time, save 25%, plus get free shipping on all their 3-month emergency food kits. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com today. Order by 3 p.m. and your items shipped the same day. It's time to prepare for what's coming. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Blood donors rock at Impact Life because saving lives is in their bones. Now, through October 31st, all donors who register to give blood will be eligible for their choice of a $10 gift card or a limited edition Blood Donors Rock long-sleeved Halloween-themed t-shirt. Give what's in your heart today and register to donate blood before October 31st. Visit our donor center on Wabash in Springfield or on Main Street in Decatur. We are changing the world together. Visit bloodcenter.org.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop. Listen on demand at WMAY.com. 92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News and Talk.
The Illinois legislature will be back in less than 2 weeks here in Springfield to carry out fall veto session. We'll be on the ground covering it. Of course, follow me anywhere. Just search Bishop on air, and we'll keep you updated on what's going on. But one thing is clear, that they are going to advance some kind of new bill to further restrict firearms in the state of Illinois, and in particular, when it comes to orders of protection. So we'll tackle this now with a variety of voices, because it's important to kind of hear from all sides here. But it's called Karina's Bill, and advocates are looking to have orders of protection lead to police confiscating firearms. All right. So this is a change of law, because right now we do have what some consider red flag laws, where if you have an order of protection against you, then you have to transfer your firearms to somebody else. If, say, a court says, there's enough evidence in an initial hearing to say that you're possibly a threat, so we're going to go ahead and do an OP, and then, you have to prove that you've transferred your firearms to somebody else. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, or an FFL, or something to that effect. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know all of the intricacies of the law, but this proposal would enhance that and say that you can't transfer it to somebody else. It has to be law enforcement that confiscates those firearms. While whatever the order of protection deals with in the courts, and how that plays out, of course, is a big question, but there's other questions about just due process in general, and people being innocent until being proven guilty, and the question of whether or not somebody who has an OP is able to get their FOID card back in a reasonable fashion if there's nothing that transpires after the OP. But those on the victim's side, the victim's rights side, they say that too many people are being victimized or murdered in domestic violence situations, so they want to enforce more of the orders of protection. We'll get to the back and forth on that next, all right? We'll hear from a proponent of the bill during a news conference yesterday, but we'll also hear from Ed Sullivan from the Illinois State Rifle Association. I talked with him yesterday as well, so stay tuned. That's next here on WMAY. It's now 6:29. Let's hear what the WMAY newsroom has for us.
92.7 WMAY.
Here are the three big things you need to know.
I'm Don Howard. Our top story, the DeKalb Daily Chronicle reports that 2 new solar installations have been established in DeKalb as a direct result of Illinois' Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, which took effect in September 2021. The project is managed by Sunvest Solar and consists of 2 installations on 24 acres. The twin community solar farms carry an aggregate generation capacity of 6 megawatts, allowing enough energy to supply more than 850 average Illinois homes. Inflation continues to slow in the United States. Last month's rate of 0.4% was a third lower than the previous month, while the annual rate of inflation was unchanged at a 3.7% rise in August. When volatile food and energy costs are excluded, the so-called core inflation rate was at its lowest in 2 years at 4.1%, down slightly from August. NASA has just released its initial findings after studying a sample collected from an asteroid. Scientists showing off the material for the press told reporters that the material shows evidence of high carbon content in water, which together could indicate the building blocks of life on Earth may be found in the rock. The sample is by far the largest remotely captured asteroid sample ever delivered to Earth, and NASA Administrator Bill Nelson predicted that scientists would spend decades studying it. More information can be found at WMAY.com. The UAW strike against automakers continues to have ripple effects in Illinois. The Effingham Daily News reports that an employee at Flexing Gate in Effingham confirmed that workers have been told not to come to work starting today. The closure comes after the Ford truck plant in Louisville was struck Wednesday, idling 8,700 workers. The strike is now in its 4th week. Democratic Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey is facing additional federal charges. Prosecutors have issued a superseding indictment accusing Menendez and his wife with conspiring to have him act as an Egyptian agent in violation of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. The couple already stands accused of accepting bribes of cash, gold bars, and a luxury car from 3 New Jersey businessmen who wanted the senator's help and influence over foreign affairs. The Springfield Journal-Register reports that the Springfield Clinic is opening 2 new facilities. The new pediatrics facility is located on Old Jacksonville Road, while a new lab facility at the corner of 7th Street and South Grand Avenue East will be fully operational by the end of October. While the pediatrics facility is for younger patients, it will also include a coffee shop for caffeine-deprived adults who accompany them. And the new lab will include a drive-through, an innovation introduced during COVID which has proven popular with patients. Residents in central Illinois will have the opportunity to see a partial solar eclipse this Saturday morning. About 50% of the sun will be hidden behind the moon's shadow at the event's peak just before noon. The viewing will be much better next year when Springfield will witness a near total solar eclipse in April. Your WMAY dependable forecast is next on Springfield's News and Talk.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Here's one thing that psychologists and therapists believe to be a key step to achieving better mental health, and it doesn't cost a thing. Spending time outside. That's right, the natural light, the wind against your skin, the sounds and fragrances of the season all work in concert to help you feel better. Now, you can't treat clinical depression and addiction with just one step. Those are more serious problems, especially with drugs and alcohol. The team of nurses, counselors, physicians, and psychologists at Gateway Foundation understand that. They know what you're going through, and they can show you the way out. Your insurance covers treatment, and the Family Medical Leave protects your job. If your situation appears hopeless, make the confidential call to Gateway at 877-505-HOPE, 877-505-HOPE, and start feeling better today. Gateway Foundation. Addiction medicine. Saving lives.
Less hassle, more travel. We've got connections, Springfield to anywhere. The Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport has recently undergone improvements to make your experience flying to and from your hometown even easier. Security lines are short, parking is always free, and customer service is a top priority. Book your next American Airlines flight from SPI at AA.com. Fly local, fly SPI. Take the easy way out.
Take the easy way out.
Now, your dependable forecast on 92.7 WMAY.
Scattered thunderstorms likely today, otherwise cloudy skies. High temperatures reach up to 68, south winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance for scattered thunderstorms tonight, lows dip down to about 53. Overcast skies. Cloudy skies expected again tomorrow. Chance for scattered rain showers. Highs level off around 58. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently, it's 58.
Weather sponsored by Lauterbach Tire and Auto, home of Stage 2 service. Drive safely now.
$10,000 could be yours. Yes, you heard that right. $10,000 could be yours. Do you love to solve problems? Do you love to help others? Do you love to work even when others think you should be playing? And do you love learning about OPB? Yep, other people's business. If these questions describe you and you have at least 3 years of documented and verifiable media sales success, Midwest Family wants to hire you to be our next media account manager. And as a signing bonus, when you join us, we're willing to pay you $10,000. Now, because of life events, this position is available to the best experienced media seller in Springfield. And here's some industry lingo. We have an active billing list. We offer a base, bonus, and commission comp plan customized to you. And we're employee-owned. We are building our team for the next 10 years. Are you ready to join us? Find out how you can be the one to grab our $10,000 signing bonus by visiting MidwestFamilySPI.com and apply online today. Terms and conditions apply for the signing bonus.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop, broadcasting from the Fly SPI studios. Take the easy way out. 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk.
But at the end of the day, government failed this woman and the child. Government failed. And the advocates want to abuse this situation and take away rights of law-abiding citizens.
That's Ed Sullivan from the Illinois State Rifle Association reacting to proponents of more gun control looking to advance a measure at the Illinois State House for fall veto session that would require police to confiscate firearms from people that are the subject of orders of protection. And that would be a change of law, whereas of right now, you have to transfer firearms to somebody else. It doesn't have to be police, but proponents of more gun control looking to have police confiscate those firearms for orders of protection. And there's questions about due process and just Second Amendment rights altogether, especially as a similar issue challenging federal law is going to be in front of the U.S. Supreme Court, and that's the U.S. v. Rahimi case, where the Supreme Court could decide if federal law prohibiting possession of firearms by people subject of domestic violence protection orders is constitutional. So we'll touch on that a bit, but let's go ahead and hear the proponents for this particular measure that is being called Karina's Bill, named after a woman and her daughter that were fatally shot in the Little Village home in Chicago, and done so by the husband of Karina Gonzalez. So Thursday, you had a coalition of gun control advocates take to a podium and talk about what they're looking for. Here is State Senator Selena Villanueva saying that it's important that they move forward with this particular measure.
We have seen an uptick in domestic violence situations in Chicago and across the state. We know that that was the case, especially during the pandemic, and it was one of concern that we constantly talked about, and why as a legislator we pushed and moved to get more resources for domestic violence awareness and support. Coupled with the proliferation of firearms, this situation is extremely dangerous, and it's leading to dozens of homicides and non-lethal shootings every year. One research study of intimate partner homicides found that among victims who had orders of protection, 1/5 of victims were killed within 2 days of the order being issued. About 1/3 were killed within a month. This is unacceptable. As a legislator, we must act and we will act.
So again, Selena Villanueva saying that they will act, laying out that fall veto session, which starts October 24th. They're going to advance something. Now, there's a lot of questions that even police have across the state about storage. You know, if say they have an order of protection against somebody that they have to enforce under this law that they're proposing, they have to go and essentially confiscate all their firearms. Well, what if that individual has dozens and dozens of firearms? I mean, that's an interesting predicament. Is a storage locker that police have for evidence going to be able to fit all that? What do they do? Plus, just the due process questions. Here's more from Selena Villanueva.
Because the reality is there's a lot of intricacies that the state police handles, that CPD or local police departments handle because of their jurisdiction, that we're trying to figure out so that we actually have a very impactful bill and law once it gets signed, to make sure that we're doing everything we can in order to protect people. The reality is this: we wouldn't have jobs if laws weren't constantly moving and if things weren't constantly changing. And so our hope is to try to address the situation with this bill. But again, we're also trying to answer as many questions as possible and find common ground where we can address the concerns of law enforcement, but we can also extremely address the concerns of survivors and victims of domestic violence. Because ultimately, I think everybody, again, has the common goal, like Representative Hirschauer has. What we're fine-tuning are the intricacies of the bill.
So they'll fine-tune it, and they may advance something during fall veto session because they can gut a bill, replace it, and then fill it up with other stuff and advance it pretty quickly. We'll take a call here really quick at 217-629-7970, but I do want to share with you some of what former state representative Ed Sullivan had to say. But good morning. You're on WMAY. What's up?
Morning, Bishop. I just want to say, some people, when they leave, you don't miss them. You are going to be missed, sir, but I wish you the very best.
Well, thank you. And keep in mind, you'll be able to find me on YouTube. You'll be able to hear me on podcasts, and I'm still going to be reporting every day. So just not coming in here for 3 hours a day. I don't have the time for it anymore.
So how would I listen to you? Normally, I listen to Bishop on Air.
Yeah, so just search Bishop on Air on YouTube. If you're subscribed and you check that page out, you're cool. You'll be able to find me.
All right, and then the other thing is that, some people, they just show up to work. You can tell that you like to do your job quite well, and I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
But anyway, on this gun deal, what are they going to do? A woman driving down I-70 with her man on the hood of the car on the interstate. They're going to take her car away? Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
It's an interesting point. Yeah, you've got others who are saying there's still knives and a host of other things that people can use to commit violence against others. So, yeah, clearly, this is just one tool that people may use in a fashion to try to kill somebody. But there are other things, including somebody's bare hands.
I'd like to add one more thing real quick. I think it's kind of untimely that they are trying to confiscate guns at a time when there are so many illegal aliens coming in to the country. I can easily predict that somewhere people are just going to walk into somebody's house and say, hey, you don't live here anymore. We do. We need to be able to defend ourselves.
The Second Amendment, it says, a well-regulated militia being necessary for the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Have a good day.
You too, man. I appreciate it. And again, be sure to check out Bishop on Air. Really easy way to find all the links. Just go to bishoponair.com. Bishoponair.com. You'll be able to find all the links to X, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, blah, 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 all of it. All right, let's go hear what former state representative Ed Sullivan, who now is with the Illinois State Rifle Association, had to say about yesterday's news conference with gun control advocates, but also just the overall concept of the questions around due process of this particular proposal.
To start off, I would say that most of the gun legislation has always been a result of a tragedy that has taken place in Illinois. Unfortunately, what you see is gun control advocates using tragedies to further gun control legislation. Unfortunately, what they fail to realize is these tragedies are caused by abject failure of government. And so the most recent one is to say, well, we need to change laws in regard to victims of domestic violence. And clearly, nobody is going to be in support of someone having a firearm in face of a domestic violence charge or a clear and present danger charge. And so with the issue today, you have a mother and daughter that were murdered by the husband. The changes that the advocates are looking for today would not have stopped what happened to this mother and this child. They keep saying that there is some ambiguity in the law. There is no ambiguity in the law. The father was the wife filed a domestic order against the father. It was granted. The father's FOID card was revoked. Present law says within 48 hours, the father should not have a firearm. He did. Present law, the courts may remedy with a domestic violence order of protection that the husband stay out of the residence. I'm not sure what happened, whether that was ever filed by the courts or not, or ordered as a remedy for the order of protection. But the next day, there was a call to Chicago police to come to the residence where the husband was in there again. And at that, there was some, according to news reports, the husband was acting strange, had a firearm, but he was legally able to possess a firearm. But it bothered the Chicago police enough that they filed a clear and present danger report on this, on the husband. But they didn't take his firearm. So first off, he shouldn't have a firearm. Second off, he had a clear and present danger filed report on him. And it was 8 days later that the criminal act took place, where he took a firearm in an argument while he was still in the home and murdered his wife and child. Horrific story. But these advocates are now using a tragedy where government failed this woman and child to, in essence, take away the rights of law-abiding citizens. So what this bill would do is it would, you no longer have a hearing. Right now, present law says there has to be a hearing before you're taking your firearms. And what we specifically have a problem with is, for the first time, they are now going to say, we're going to order the firearms turned over to law enforcement. So presently, they have to be turned over to someone within 48 hours. It could be, it could be an FFL, a gun dealer. It could be a friend, someone that has a FOID card that could take possession of these firearms. The issue we have is, under current law, if the government, law enforcement, has your firearm, and then for whatever reason they cannot turn them back over to you, one of the remedies to the court is to destroy those firearms. Okay, so let's walk this back. Let's say that someone has a domestic order filed against them under this law. Let's say this becomes law, and they turn the firearms over to the police, and then they're not allowed to have a FOID card anymore. Maybe they go to jail. Maybe they have a mental health issue which prevents them from having a FOID card. Maybe they have a drug problem. And so they no longer are able to have a FOID card, which means they're no longer able to have the firearms. And so they cannot have those firearms turned back to them. Under present law, the judge may order a few things, but one of them at the judge's disposal is to have those firearms destroyed. So now you have a taking of, what could be a very large collection. I mean, I know people that have hundreds of thousands of dollars in firearms because they are collectors. I have my great-grandfather's single-shot .410 shotgun. I have my grandfather's sidearm from World War II. Those, I don't even know what the value of those are. I mean, their value to me is much greater than monetary value. So that is our main concern. And yes, we have talked to the advocates. We've talked about different ways that you could work through this. But at the end of the day, government failed this woman and the child. Government failed. And the advocates want to abuse this situation and take away rights of law-abiding citizens.
So Ed Sullivan with the State Rifle Association, there was a lot there, but I asked him about the possibility of the outcome of the Rahimi case in the U.S. Supreme Court and how that could impact this particular issue.
There is an issue out of Texas where a judge ruled in favor of an individual that had his firearm rights taken away, and so they were restored. I will tell you matter-of-factly that it's not the greatest case in the world to hang your hat on because the individual was kind of a bad dude. But you asked the question, so I answered it. There is a case where firearm rights were restored. And so we'll see how that moves forward. At ISRA, we're not going to be talking about that case. We're really focusing on, the taking of property or the potential taking of property based off this. And in essence, they're going to have a hearing without us there. And so your due process rights have been taken away.
So obviously, still focusing on the due process rights issues, but they don't want to necessarily point to what could be an unsavory situation of highlighting Rahimi v. U.S., where the guy is a bad dude. The circumstances all around it are ugly, but ultimately that case that is in front of the U.S. Supreme Court could have the U.S. Supreme Court essentially toss out a federal law that says subject objects of domestic violence protection orders aren't allowed to have access to firearms. So the Supreme Court could overturn that because of previous precedents and even lower courts already moving forward with such rulings. So that's something we're going to be watching closely and how it impacts the Illinois case if indeed the legislature moves forward with enhancing orders of protection requiring police to confiscate firearms in such cases. But obviously it's all going to possibly happen just here in less than 2 weeks at the Illinois State House. Last little bit here from Ed Sullivan yesterday when I chatted with him.
Yeah, I mean, I anticipate them to go. So they're going to gut and replace a bill that has passed the House. So it's in the Senate. So it could pass the Senate and come over to the House in essence, one day. It could pass the first week in veto session. That's the nuts and bolts on how you pass legislation. So I anticipate to have a hearing in the Senate. We could get into the constitutional arguments. What are these legislators going to want to do? I mean, are they going to want to vote against a bill that has to deal with domestic violence orders of protection? I get the politics of this, but the reality is, and whether they care or not, this will be litigated, and it will further erode what I think should be some protections of people under domestic orders, or if you have a clear and present danger. No legal gun owner wants someone that has a clear and present danger report filed against them to be in a possession of a firearm until that's cleared up. I mean, that just, we don't want that. It hurts legal gun owners. So, we'll continue to talk to the advocates and kind of explain how you could, one of the things that we said was, all right, they're afraid that if I have to turn my firearms over to somebody, that maybe that person will give them back to me. Well, first of all, there's already rules against that. So once again, that's kind of a red herring on their part. But fine, then let's put some more criminal penalties on someone that would then give those firearms back to the relative. I don't have a problem with that. If you're not supposed to have a firearm in the short term until things are cleared up, then you're not supposed to have a firearm. It hurts us. If someone would go out and use those, it hurts legal gun owners. And obviously we're seeing them make the case right now on a tragedy that shouldn't have taken place. And as I said when I first started talking to you, what they're proposing would not have changed the outcome of this tragedy.
So obviously we'll be watching that. Stay tuned. Bishop on Air to X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and we'll be on the ground in Springfield tracking that law as well as others. So, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ding, 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 ding. All right, stay tuned. More coming up. 6:54 from Culver's West on Wabash.
Work with a team that cares about being the best part of the customer's day. Apply today at Culver's West on Wabash.
There are many reasons to buy a Verlo mattress. We've narrowed it down to the 8 great reasons to choose Verlo. Reason number 5. We have comfort coaches that care. We found our guests face enough of a challenge just trying to find the right mattress. The least of their worries should be poor service. We want your experience to be positive from the moment you walk through our door to when we are leaving your house. And we'll be there for the life of your mattress. For a list of all 8 great reasons and our current sale, Google us or like us on Facebook.
Here's a question for you. Do you know what's inside your mattress? I mean, really, what is your mattress even made of? What crazy concoction of materials are you sleeping on? Well, we might not know what's in your mattress, but we definitely know what's in ours. Because our mattresses are made locally with our own 2 hands. And only the best materials. We lifetime comfort guarantee it. American made, locally crafted. Welcome to Verlo.
$10,000 could be yours. Do you love to solve problems? Do you love to help others? And do you love learning about OPB? Yep, other people's business. If these questions describe you and you have at least 3 years of documented and verifiable media sales success, Midwest Family wants to hire you to be our next media account manager. And as a signing bonus, when you join us, we're willing to pay you $10,000. Find out how you can be the one to grab our $10,000 signing bonus by visiting Midwest Family SP WMAY.com and apply online today. Terms and conditions apply for the signing bonus.
Save big money on your next painting project with 11% off everything at Menards. Keep your home looking clean and beautiful with DuraClean Interior Paint and Primer from Dutch Boy with a washable and stain-resistant finish. Transforming your home has never been easier. Pick up a gallon of DuraClean Interior Paint starting at $22.95 after 11% off. Good through October 15th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
A psoriasis flare-up can make a walk in the park, well, no walk in the park.
It's that obvious, huh? I've tried so many lotions and creams, but I still have symptoms.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Make an appointment and, you're already on it.
Hi, yes, I'd like to make an appointment.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Now you can get a Walmart Plus membership, plus not pay for it, because it's included with Straight Talk wireless plans. You get free delivery with Walmart Plus a Paramount Plus subscription included. Plus, you pay less for gas. That's a lot of pluses.
Only Straight Talk gives you unlimited 5G data and Walmart Plus included on select plans for free.
Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Requires service on Gold or Platinum Unlimited. One offer per eligible account. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. Additional terms apply.
Looking to buy your next home or considering listing? My wife and I recommend choosing RE/MAX Professionals of Springfield, Fritz Pfister. Working with Fritz to find our new home in Sangamon County was truly a wonderful experience. He's prompt, responsive, and we had constant communication. He was committed to serving our needs and made our home buying experience an absolute pleasure. RE/MAX Professionals of Springfield, Fritz Pfister, 217-652-7653. 217-652-7653. Buying or selling a home? Fritz makes it easy.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Rieken, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, get the whole store.
Why do residents love Springfield Supportive Living? Just ask Mike.
I am so glad that I came here. I really appreciate that they have Wi-Fi here because I like playing on my tablet and looking up things and playing games, and I'm just happy that they have that.
With an experienced staff every step of the way.
I get along with them really well. They're a lot of fun, and it's just been a really good experience.
SpringfieldSupportiveLiving.com.
Springfield Supportive Living.
From the Flying SPI Studios, take the easy way out. WMAY FM, Taylorville, Springfield's news and talk is 92.7 WMAY.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Faith Abubeng. Israel putting out a 24-hour notice telling residents in northern Gaza to evacuate amid its ongoing war with Hamas militants. Many fear that's a heads up before a ground invasion gets underway in an already decimated territory.
Apocalyptic scenes in Gaza City pummeled by Israeli bombs. After a missile struck, men scratching through the rubble with their bare hands. 300,000 Gazans now forced from their homes, this little girl crying in a stranger's arms. She's looking for her mother, this woman says. We don't know where her mother is.
ABC's Matt Gutman in Israel. In the meantime, Secretary of State Antony Blinken is now in Jordan for talks with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, hoping to broker a safe passage for refugees and supplies. He also addressed video evidence showing Hamas practicing a mock attack weeks ago, saying Israel is investigating. More from ABC's James Longman.
Intelligence wasn't there on Hamas's offensive capabilities, and I think they're still working out if they've got the right intelligence on their defensive capabilities, because they won't want this to be a slaughter of IDF personnel if they do indeed decide to go into Gaza.
And so far, 1,500 killed in Gaza, 1,200 killed in Israel. In Washington, still no House Speaker. Republican Congressman Steve Scalise withdrawing from contention after he failed to get enough votes to win.
Now, there are major questions about who can unite the Republican Party, who will be the next Speaker of the House, and how quickly will all of this get done. It is 9 days now that the House has been without a Speaker, bringing it to a complete standstill. No legislation can be passed. There's a government shutdown right around the corner.
ABC's Rachel Scott. Ohio Republican Congressman Jim Jordan said to be vying for the speakership now. And in Philadelphia, a police officer killed, another wounded in an airport parking garage shooting as they arrived for work late last night. The investigation is ongoing. This is ABC News.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it to. Right now, switching to MediShare can save you even more than usual on top of what you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. So many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, especially given how inflation is affecting us. And MediShare is the affordable, reliable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves about $500 a month. You might save even more. And MediShare is a Christian community that's been sharing each other's healthcare costs for 30 years now, and they're making it easier than ever. Apply by October 31st, and you can save an additional $150 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch, like more than 400,000 people already have, and start saving. Here it is. It's 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE, 877-26-BIBLE.
All right. This YouTube chat room is just cracking me up. Everybody's wishing me happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Oh, that's funny. Somebody even wishing my wife happy birthday. It's not her birthday either. But I am going to be able to see her more in the mornings, which is I'm looking forward to. We're going to be able to work out together, enjoy breakfast, drink coffee together. I'm not going to have to sneak in there at 4:30 in the morning and give her a little kiss on the cheek and say, I'll see you later in about 13 hours. Today's my last broadcast day here on WMAY, but don't fear, I'll still be on YouTube and social media and working every day, doing the Center Square and Illinois Radio Network and more. So we still can connect. We'll talk about that. Plus, I've got a very cool thing that Megan actually got me, a whole bunch of these, and I want to give some to you. What is it? Well, stay tuned. We'll get to that next. How are you going to be able to get it? Well, stay tuned. I'll tell you about that next here on WMAY. It's Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop. It's 7:04. Call in at 217-629-7970. Got another 2 hours with you here on WMAY on this Friday the 13th. Spooky.
News.
Weather.
92.7 WMAY. Springfield's news and talk.
I'm Don Howard. Our top story. It's Friday, so that means high school football. Area teams that are at home tonight include Rochester, Lanphier, Athens, New Berlin, and Williamsville. Come out to the stadium, cheer on the home team, and support the volunteers, band members, cheerleaders, and parents who make high school football in Illinois possible. Democratic Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey is facing additional federal charges. Prosecutors have issued a superseding indictment accusing Menendez and his wife with conspiring to have him act as an Egyptian agent in violation of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. The couple already stands accused of accepting bribes of cash, gold bars, and a luxury car from 3 New Jersey businessmen who wanted the senator's help and influence over foreign affairs. Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frerichs has announced a $10 million purchase of Israeli bonds as a direct response to the attack by Hamas. Frerichs said the investment shows Illinois' strong commitment to Israel and its people. Frerichs' office has invested more than $100 million in Israeli bonds since he became state treasurer in 2015. With the House of Representatives paralyzed, states are the only available source of governmental funding available from the United States. NASA has just released its initial findings after studying a sample collected from an asteroid. Scientists showing off the material for the press told reporters that the material shows evidence of high carbon content and water, which together could indicate the building blocks of life on Earth may be found in the rock. The sample is by far the largest remotely captured asteroid sample ever delivered to Earth, and NASA Administrator Bill Nelson predicted that scientists would spend decades studying it. More information can be found at WMAY.com. Your WMAY dependable forecast is next on Springfield's News and Talk.
News brought to you by Illinois Paving. It's paving season, and Illinois Paving is here to help. Call Cousin Bill today for your free estimate. Visit ilpaving.com.
There are many reasons to buy a Verlo mattress. We've narrowed it down to the 8 great reasons to choose Verlo. Reason number 8, we do all sizes. Most mattress retailers sell twin, full, queen, and king. It's rare to find a place that will not only sell standard size, but also custom sizes. So where do you go if you need a short queen for your RV, a 3/4 for your antique bed, a queen or king waterbed replacement, or to find a replacement for that weird mattress tucked up in the attic that's been passed down for years? You go to Verlo. For a list of all 8 great reasons and our current sale, Google us or like us on Facebook.
Hey, at the end of the day, everybody wants the same thing from their mattress. A good night's rest, am I right? It's not rocket science. You don't need a physics genius to make you a futuristic space bed. You just need someone to listen to what you want and who knows the materials that will get you there. And you might even be surprised to learn that that someone could be living right next door. At Verlo, we're your friendly neighborhood mattress genius. American made, locally crafted. Welcome to Verlo.
It's a new day, a new way at Green Hyundai. Over 100 new Hyundais in stock and more arriving daily. Come see why Hyundai is the best-selling new car in Sangamon County for the last 16 years.
That's right. Motor Trend Magazine's big third-row 7 and 8 passenger SUV comparison. Hyundai Palisade placed number 1 over the competition. Motor Trend quotes Palisade, lowest price, best fuel economy, and more luxury, backed up by America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000.
Also, TrueCar quotes, best overall SUV, the Tucson. Can you believe the best SUV is under $30,000? Yeah, base price at only $28,000 window price.
Largest inventory we've had in 3 years. Pushing 200 units on the ground. Get to Green Hyundai today. Save big on Hyundai's value. Green Hyundai, 1200 South Dirksen Parkway, Springfield.
Now, your dependable forecast on 92.7 WMAY.
Scattered thunderstorms likely today, otherwise cloudy. Daytime highs approaching 68, south winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance for scattered storms tonight, lows around 53. Overcast skies tomorrow, chance for scattered rain showers 58. Chance for scattered rain showers Sunday with highs in the mid-50s, partly cloudy Monday. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently, it's 59.
If your checking account doesn't come with discounts and offers on goods and services, it's time to get More For You Checking. More For You Checking from Heartland Bank offers 24-hour roadside assistance, cell phone protection, identity theft aid, and discounts on prescriptions and much more. Wherever you go, More For You Checking benefits save you money on the things you're already paying for. Visit hbtbank.com and unlock the power of more. More For You Checking from Heartland Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
It seems like everyone in business these days has one big thing in common. We're all looking for our next great new hire. It's tough out there, and with the unemployment rate near 4%, your next star employee may very well already be working somewhere else. But guess what? Do they even know you're hiring? That's where Midwest Family Springfield can help. We've partnered with NavaQuest to provide business owners and hiring managers a free recruitment marketing workshop. We're calling it Recruitment on the Rocks. This happy hour informational event is free to attend and will be held on Wednesday, November 15th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. at BuzzBomb in Springfield. The information provided will be educational and interactive to help you recruit so you can find the next player for your team. Isn't it time for you to work on your business and not just at your business? Seating is very limited, so please RSVP today at MidwestFamilySPI.com. We hope you can join us with our guests from NavaQuest for our free Recruitment on the Rocks Happy Hour workshop, Wednesday, November 15th from 4:30 to 6 p.m. at BuzzBomb in Springfield. To reserve your seat, RSVP today at MidwestFamilySPI.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop, broadcasting from the Fly SPI Studios. Take the easy way out. 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk.
Today is my last live broadcast day on WMAY, but don't fear, I'm still going to be working every single day, cranking out content with my full-time position, the Center Square and Illinois Radio Network, but I'll also be producing videos and talk segments on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching right now on the live stream, you're good. You're here with us, so just stay tuned. But I tell you, it's kind of bittersweet on this Friday the 13th that I'm going to be saying goodbye to those of you listening on terrestrial radio on 92.7 FM. It's been an interesting, about 2006, 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I already lost count. How many years it's been since I cut my teeth on talk radio here on WMAY. I just got to say to all of those with Midwest Family Broadcasting, it's really helped foster my career and given me that opportunity to connect with listeners and to better understand how they interact with news, how they interact with talk, the subjects and the issues that are important to people on the streets. It's one of the things I was so drawn to by listening to WMAY, because for whatever reason, I'm not into sports. It's just not my thing. Watching and following politics is my thing. So that's where I spend a lot of even my off time. So it's very convenient that I was able to work it into a career to where I get paid to cover these things for the general public to consume, because I understand you guys out there, you're out there working your tail off and you're putting food on the table, you've got a family to raise, you've got your own work responsibilities. You can't tune into everything and all the raw source material there is, from Springfield City Council meetings to hours-long hearings at the State House to the even more hours that they spend on the floor of each chamber of the Illinois General Assembly, let alone what's going on over in Washington, D.C. So you rely on a very concise, cohesive, neutral approach to what's going on with the world. And I hope that I was able to add a little bit of that to your morning commute while you listen to terrestrial radio. One thing I do want to also recognize is just the evolution that there is. People are getting their media in totally different ways, and they're not able to necessarily stay, as plugged in as they may want to with certain things. But it's becoming more and more easy to podcast and videos and so on. People are consuming things at their own pace and their own time. So I think that is clearly something that is also at play here. But I do want to hear from you. We're here together on this Friday the 13th, my last broadcast day on WMAY. But again, I want to make clear that we will be producing content regularly. I'm going to be doing that as I self-produce this program. Continue to do that just from a home studio. It's not going to be 3 hours. All right, it's not going to be from 6 to 9. So I'm looking forward to actually hanging out with my wife Megan in the mornings. It'll be a truncated 1 hour type of program just focused on Illinois and a whole bunch of other things, but that'll be early morning offerings for you guys. So stay tuned, all right? I do want to take this opportunity, and of course we'll open up the phone lines at 217-629-7970. I've got these patches that my wife Megan got me last Christmas. I've got a whole bunch of them, all right? They're patches. You can put it on a shirt, you can put it on a hat, you can put it on a backpack. These patches, all right, Bishop on Air patches. If you want one, go to your email and just send me an email with your address. All right? So the email address is real simple. bishoponair@gmail.com. bishoponair@gmail.com. All right? So make that happen. If you email me your post office address, I will throw one of these into an envelope and I will send it to you in quick order. Again, just email bishoponair@gmail.com and you will get one of these patches. All right. So the first 50 people that do that, we'll see if there's 50 people willing to give me their email address. I will hook you up with one of these patches. All right, 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Good morning. You are on WMAY.
Well, good morning, Bishop. Fritz Pfister here.
Oh, Fritz.
I wanted to say, you don't need to mail me one of those patches. You can just leave one on the console for me to pick up this Saturday.
Right
tomorrow.
on. I will. Absolutely.
You can go ahead and do that. But I just wanted to say congratulations because I've watched you since day one. I started in 1996. I think you started, 2004 or 5, something like that?
It was 2006.
2006. I said, who is this ginger young man in here just speaking the truth? And I enjoyed watching you grow, and you have become my source of a trusted journalist because there's so doggone few remaining anywhere in this America. And I just wanted to say congratulations on your progress, and I just wanted to wish you the best in the future, and I'll be looking forward to following you on Center Square. And you just give Megan my best and leave that patch on the console.
I will, absolutely. Fritz Pfister, and you can catch him Saturdays. He is the preeminent of information concerning real estate. If you want to know what's going on with the real estate market here in Springfield and beyond, you need to be listening to Fritz every Saturday morning. So greatly appreciate the kind words, Fritz, and we'll definitely connect again soon, all right?
Thank you, sir.
All right, man. It's Springfield's Morning News. Let's get some more phone calls at 217-629-7970. Good morning.
Morning, Greg.
Hey.
Hey. Hello?
You're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, it's Dean, Greg.
Hey, Dean, yes.
Yeah, kind of following Fritz here, but hey, again, echoing Fritz, I've been listening to you and watching you on podcasts and stuff since you started. You have given this city so much information. The community should be thankful for people that work as hard as you do, and it's been an honor to interview with you, provide information, and I think our paths will continue to cross as I continue to work with the state home builders and development groups here in Springfield, and I'll stay in touch with you on Center Square. But I wish you and your wife the very best, and I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it a lot because every morning I'm out walking my dog at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I have my phone going, and you're there for me.
Well, I appreciate that, Dean, and we absolutely will be talking more because me not necessarily doing the 3-hour show is going to have me focusing a lot more, digging even deeper into what's going on at the State House. And, of course, the home builders have been a great source for watching what's happening and how homeowners could possibly be impacted by state legislation. So I appreciate that. And listen, I'm not saying don't turn away from WMAY, but you can find me on YouTube and still pull that up and watch those videos while you're out walking the dog. So I appreciate that, Dean.
Absolutely will. Again, best of luck, and it's been really a lot of fun to watch you grow and bring us all the information we need. So
Awesome.
Take care, my friend.
Awesome. You too. We'll talk. I appreciate that. 217-629-7970. Again, I want to remind you, if you want a Bishop On Air patch, you just got to send me an email, bishoponair@gmail.com, but you got to do it and give me your mailing address, and we'll get that out to you. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Greg, I just fired off the email. I'm late getting in the car this morning. Why are we eulogizing Greg's career in Springfield? Where are you headed, buddy?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not leaving Springfield. I'm still covering, the State House and doing regular content on social media and YouTube. I'm just not going to be coming in here 3 hours every morning. So starting Monday, you're going to have a new seat a new person in the seat for WMAY's broadcast. My responsibilities elsewhere with the Center Square Illinois Radio Network continue to expand, and I just can't take 3 hours to do a side gig here and do it justice that it needs. So I'm going to focus all my efforts elsewhere.
Getting in the car at 3:45, not up for that anymore.
Man, it's tough. It's tough.
Hey, I did the morning shift. You know where I'm at every day, buddy. I did it 4 to 8 for a long time. Hey, congrats, man. Congrats. Good for you.
Appreciate
I remember when you were just the the silly ginger foil hat guy down the hallway Tim would make fun of, the conspiracy guy.
Saturday session was what started my career here back in 2006. I think it was like July 1st, 2006, if the memory corrects. Wow, we covered a lot of ground on that show. That's for sure. Holy
Brother,
cow.
I had just started driving part-time. That's where you start, is on Saturday mornings. And, coming in foggy-brained and listening to Saturday sessions, man. Those were the days. Greg, congrats again, brother.
Thanks,
I'll let
appreciate that.
You open the lines up.
Yep, right on. I appreciate that. All right, guys, we'll get some more phone calls. I promise the phone lines are jam-packed, but be sure to email me, bishoponair@gmail.com, bishoponair@gmail.com. Send me your mailing address, and I'll send you out a patch. Only the first 50, so we'll see just how many can come through. Appreciate everybody tuning in and calling in. You can call in at 217-629-7970. We'll get to more of your calls, I promise, next, all right? 721 from Culver's West on Wabash.
It's time to apply at Culver's West on Wabash. We're hiring all positions, and did we mention free food? Only at Culver's West on Wabash.
Are you on Medicare? Are you happy with your current plan? Did you know that you can easily compare plans? But it's October 15th through December 7th. Sullivan Financial is an independent broker that works with all major companies, and they can tailor a plan to fit your needs. Make Medicare easy. Sullivan Financial of Chatham. Find us on Facebook or online at sullivanfinance.com.
All of us here at Green Hyundai want to put you in the driver's seat to a new career. Be sure to drive in and don't drive by our Green Hyundai Drive Your Career event on Wednesday, October 18th from 4 to 7 p.m. at our brand new location on Stanford. You'll be the first to check out our beautiful new state-of-the-art Green Hyundai dealership that will include full air-conditioned service department with 38 lifts. We're hiring technicians, we're hiring service advisors, and we're looking for exceptional sales and customer service reps and so much more. We're hiring and we drive a hard bargain with a $1,000 sign-on bonus for qualified technicians. If you have the drive in on Wednesday, October the 18th from 4 to 7 at our new location. 601 West Stanford Avenue, and apply. And let's help you cruise into the new career with Green Hyundai.
Someone else who has been part of this program since its beginning is Mike Quimby. And Mike, it's our last time together live on WMAY as I say adios to the broadcast airwaves on WMAY this Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh, watch out. Some people may see that as bad luck. I see it as good luck. But Mike, you guys have got good things happening there as you prepare to move as well. Tell us all about it.
We do, Greg. And boy, I just now, as we heard the last commercial, remembered it's 601 Stanford Avenue. That's it. That's the new address. I got to get used to saying that now, Greg. I've been saying 1200 South Dirksen Parkway for 30 years.
Wow.
So I'm gonna, something like that, maybe longer, 86. So, life is very short, and our relationships through time is virtually all we have. They're extremely important, and that's my relationships with my customers. My employees are the most important thing to me, and they always have been. And as I get older, I realize that more and more every day. So take care, you, Greg. You're a great person. You're the best, one of the best I've seen in this industry, and we wish you luck. But folks, it's the last chance to come out here at 1200 South Dirksen Parkway and buy a new Hyundai. You got about 2 weeks left before we move into that new facility on 601 Stanford. So sale going on right now, closeout sale, 1200 South Dirksen Parkway, tonight until 7 and Saturday till 6. Greg, good luck.
Mike Quimby, Green Hyundai, absolutely we'll be seeing each other again. I guarantee it, because I'm likely going to have to get another car from you at some point. All right, Mike Quimby, we'll talk soon. All right, man? Be safe.
Take care, man. Thank you.
All right, Springfield's Morning News on WMAY.
Why do residents love Springfield Supportive Living? Just ask Mike.
I am so glad that I came here. I really appreciate that they have Wi-Fi here because I like playing on my tablet and looking up things and playing games, and I'm just happy that they have that.
With an experienced staff every step of the way.
I get along with them really well. They're a lot of fun, and it's just been a really good experience.
SpringfieldSupportiveLiving.com.
Springfield Supportive Living. Are you young enough?
Save big money in all things outdoors with 11% off at Menards. Protect vehicles, outdoor equipment, and more with Shelter Logic Storage Solutions. With a heavy-duty steel frame and waterproof cover, the Shelter Logic Auto Shelter Portable Garage is the perfect choice. Right now, get a 10 by 20-foot auto shelter for $299.99 after 11% off. Good through October 15th. Savings are a mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Cleaning out your gutters? Raking and bagging leaves? Sounds like a typical fall weekend until injuries happen. But Springfield Clinic Orthopedics is here to get you back in motion with our walk-in clinic. No appointment needed. Walk, crutch, or roll in when you need us. Springfield Clinic, a community of caring.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-990-3434. 800-990-3434. 800-990-3434.
It's obvious. The unthinkable is going to happen soon. With all the distractions in the media, we probably won't see it coming. Your gut tells you there's something very wrong going on, and all the evidence suggests that there is. Those in charge say everything's fine. Stop noticing. But you know better. American families are preparing. Folks are getting into self-reliance and investing in emergency food storage. My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, is the place you can trust. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least one food kit for each family member. For a limited time, save 25%, plus get free shipping on all their 3-month emergency food kits. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today. Order by 3 p.m. and your items ship the same day. It's time to prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
Take Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop everywhere with the free WMAY mobile app. 92.7 WMAY. Springfield's News and Talk.
Holy moly. I'm kind of blown away, guys. Honestly, I think I might start tearing up. It's hardcore. I'm just looking at my email, and it's flooded. I had no idea. No clue. Megan, I think we're going to have to get more patches. Wow. I mean, seriously, email after email, patch, please, patch. Pumpkin and patches, please send me a patch. It's no subject, but they're saying, hey, I want a patch request. So if you want a patch, you need to email me bishoponair, all right, at gmail.com, bishoponair@gmail.com, and I will postmark. I'll pay for the post. It's just going to be a little patch in an envelope, so email me bishoponair@gmail.com, your physical mailing address, and I will mail this out to you, all right? So make that happen. Taking your phone calls as well, as today's my last day here on WMAY. No fear. I will still be producing regular content. We'll be looking at ongoing litigation against Illinois' gun ban and other gun legislation across the country and lawsuits. We'll be tracking everything that's going on with the Illinois State House and beyond. So we'll still do that on the social media channels, all right? Streaming on YouTube and on X and on Facebook. So if you follow us there, you'll still be able to access all of that. I just won't be coming into the radio show here on WMAY each and every weekday morning for 3 hours, which I tell you guys, it's draining. I love doing this. There's no question. It's bittersweet for me. I love doing this, but whew, is it exhausting? Especially as just a part-time job, because I still do full-time work elsewhere. All right, 217-629-7970, loaded phone lines. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. Sheriff Campbell, how are you?
Good, Sheriff. Thanks for calling in. It's good to hear from you.
Good. Hey, buddy, I just want to congratulate you. I really appreciate all you've done over the years. You and I have had to talk many times on air, and sometimes they weren't the most pleasant subjects, but I appreciate you and your fairness and always being there taking care of the local news, and I just wish you well. I'll know to see you again down at the Capitol. I'll be over there myself and probably bump into you quite a bit.
No question. I mean, there's plenty of things that you're able to help provide context on when it comes to statewide issues and also what's happening here in Sangamon County. So there's no question we will be in communication regularly, Sheriff. I appreciate it. You're always somebody who answers the phone. You answer your texts. You're here on short notice. So it's good to have you as a valuable and trusted source for what's happening in the law enforcement community. So we'll talk again soon. I appreciate that.
Appreciate that, buddy. Take care.
You too. It is Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. Let's go to the next call here. Good morning. You're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Bishop. I want to tell you congratulations. And I got to say one thing about you.
Please.
I've never met a radio host that is non-biased as you are. I know what side you lean towards, but I've called many times on a topic talking about liberals, and you come up with a way to defend them, or not necessarily defend them, but you counter-react. You try to look at it through every side, and I still to this day have not heard a radio station, news commentator, whatever. They're all one-sided, and for that, I want to tell you thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate that. And listen, I do my darndest to provide a neutral approach to a lot of the subjects we cover. There's no question. And sometimes it's merely just taking a step back, checking your own bias, and seeing what the other side has to say. And that's what we try to do day in, day out. And I continue to do that day in, day out. So I appreciate that. And thanks for tuning in and all the communications that we've had. And I remember all those calls, trust me. And I'll play devil's advocate all day long. All right, it's good. It's important. It's part of debate. It's part of further understanding your world around you. So I think it's important that we hear all those perspectives. So thank you so much for taking part in that.
Yep. You have a good one, buddy.
You too.
Take care.
Springfield's Morning News. We'll take one more call before the news, but we'll open things up for the rest of the program, I promise. I do want to touch on a few other news items, including the prospect of whether there's going to be supplemental appropriation for fall veto session to deal with migrants. So we'll have to get to that at some point later on in the program. But, of course, taking your calls at 217-629-7970. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. Ray Campbell here. How are you?
Very well. Yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. Hey, first of all, I want to thank you for interviewing with me back in the spring, talking about accessible voting by mail. I do appreciate you, and both you and Jim talking with me about that.
Absolutely.
So thanks for that. Just want to wish you the best. I'm going to subscribe to you and try to. I follow Center Square, so I'll see a lot of your work anyway. But just want to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Have enjoyed. We moved to Springfield about a year and a half ago, and you've been our good source of local news here in the mornings. But you've also been my background as I ride my exercise bike. And
yes.
Someone asked me. They said, "Well, why would you listen to the news to get depressed?" And I said, "No, I get angry and I pedal faster."
Yes.
So. That's it.
I'm the same way, dude. I'm the same way.
Thanks a lot. And I also appreciate you listening to me talk about when we were talking about going to the hardware store and having to go 3 or 4 times. I remember that little bit.
Absolutely. I appreciate that,
Thanks
Ray.
a lot, man.
Yeah, stay
Good
in touch.
luck to you.
You too. It's Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. Got to take a break. We'll get more phone calls, I promise. 7:35. Here's some headlines.
92.7 WMAY.
Here are the 3 big things you need to know.
I'm Don Howard. Our top story, the Springfield Journal-Register reports that the Springfield Clinic is opening 2 new facilities. The new pediatrics facility is located on Old Jacksonville Road, while a new lab facility at the corner of 7th Street and South Grand Avenue East will be fully operational by the end of October. While the pediatrics facility is for younger patients, it will also include a coffee shop for caffeine-deprived adults who accompany them. And the new lab will include a drive-through, an innovation introduced during COVID, which has proven popular with patients. Residents in central Illinois will have the opportunity to see a partial solar eclipse this Saturday morning. About 50% of the sun will be hidden behind the moon's shadow at the event's peak just before noon. The viewing will be much better next year when Springfield will witness a near-total solar eclipse in April. NASA has just released its initial findings after studying a sample collected from an asteroid. Scientists showing off the material for the press told reporters that the material shows evidence of high carbon content and water, which together could indicate the building blocks of life on Earth may be found in the rock. The sample is by far the largest remotely captured asteroid sample ever delivered to Earth, and NASA Administrator Bill Nelson predicted that scientists would spend decades studying it. More information can be found at WMAY.com. It's Friday, so that means high school football. Some area teams that are at home tonight include Rochester, Lanphier, Athens, New Berlin, and Williamsville. Come out and cheer the athletes and support the home team, as well as the volunteers, cheerleaders, and others who make high school football possible in Illinois. Illinois State Treasurer Michael Fredericks has announced a $10 million purchase of Israeli bonds as a direct response to the attack by Hamas. Fredericks said the investment shows Illinois' strong commitment to Israel and its people. Fredericks' office has invested more than $100 million in Israeli bonds since he became state treasurer in 2015. With the House of Representatives paralyzed, states are the only available source of governmental funding available from the United States. Inflation continues to slow in the United States. Last month's rate of 0.4% was a third lower than the previous month, while the annual rate of inflation was unchanged at a 3.7% rise in August. When volatile food and energy costs are excluded, the so-called core inflation rate was at its lowest in 2 years at 4.1%, down slightly from August. The DeKalb Daily Chronicle reports that 2 new solar installations have been established in DeKalb as a direct result of Illinois' Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, which took effect in September 2021. The project is managed by Sunvest Solar and consists of 2 community solar installations on 24 acres. The twin community solar farms carry an aggregate generation capacity of 6 megawatts, allowing enough energy to supply more than 850 average Illinois homes. Your WMAY dependable forecast is next.
News sponsored by Just Beds. A great night's sleep starts with a visit to the yawn exterminators at Just Beds. Online at justbedsinc.com.
Join the fight against cancer at Denim & Diamonds 2023. This year's gala is Saturday, October 14th at the Crown Plaza, Springfield. As always, all money raised stays right here in Central Illinois, supporting local cancer research and patient comforts at Simmons Cancer Institute at SIU School of Medicine. Tickets and tables are available at siumed.edu/cancer. Denim & Diamonds is sponsored by Quick and Easy, Memorial Health, Simmons Hanley Conroy, Isringhausen Imports, Jeff and Tina Bennett, Roland and Linda Foles, and the Noonan Patton Group at Merrill Lynch.
I&B mortgage lender Corey Cates is now a certified veteran mortgage advisor.
This certification allows me to help more veterans use their benefits so they know that I&B is not just a bank that says we can do VA loans. Now, I specialize in VA loans, and this is my way of saying thank you for everything that our members of the military have done for our country and our communities.
I&B, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 477621. Corey's NMLS number is 1652367.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter. the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Now, your dependable forecast on 92.7 WMAY.
Scattered thunderstorms likely today, otherwise cloudy. Daytime highs approaching 68, south winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance for scattered storms tonight, lows around 53. Overcast skies tomorrow, chance for scattered rain showers 58. Chance for scattered rain showers Sunday with highs in the mid-50s, partly cloudy Monday. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently, it's 59.
Your next vacation to Punta Gorda, Fort Myers, Florida is just a quick flight away with nonstop flights from Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport. Enjoy lounging on the beach, golfing the stunning courses, or catching up with family in the Sunshine State. Find yourself a warm getaway with low fares from Allegiant and your friends at Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport, where parking is always free. Book your trip today at Allegiant.com. Fly local, fly SPI. Take the easy way out.
Take the easy way out. It was on this day 2 years ago. The oldest man in space occurred. We already know this guy. Star Trek actor William Shatner came face to face with space. The final frontier.
I forgot about that.
I know.
Yeah.
He's the oldest dude to go to space, man.
That's right.
90 years old. A green Toyota, Volkswagen, Audi. Well, maybe your vehicle's a little too old, especially to go into space. Here to tell you more is Casey Lane.
We've got a really nice certified Corolla XSE with sunroof, backup camera, low mileage only, 37,000 miles on it. Of course, they get amazing gas mileage, and we have it priced under $24,000. And of course, the only place you can get a certified Toyota in Springfield is at Green Toyota. So come on down, check it out.
Yeah, the vehicle Shatner flew, by the way, is known as an RSS, reusable spaceship.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what they call it?
That's what they call it. Yeah. Sounds like a cardboard box.
Yeah.
We're on West Wabash. Remember, at Green Toyota, Volkswagen, Audi.
We're all in this together.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop, broadcasting from the Fly SPI studios. Take the easy way out. 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk.
Holy moly, you guys are blowing me away. My email is absolutely loaded, and a lot of you wanting those patches, so if you want one of these patches, get an email in, all right? I have limited numbers, so I've already got 40 plus, if not more. I said 50, but I may be able to squeeze some more. Megan, we're going to have to get some more patches, I think. So yeah, be sure if you want one of these, you email me, bishoponair@gmail.com, and we'll get you a patch. We'll pay for the posting, and Megan and I will send that off to you. All right, let's take some phone calls and also some messages I'm getting on various channels, be it a text or be it Facebook. But let's go ahead and take the calls as they come in. 217-629-7970. On my last day, if you didn't hear, today's my last day on WMAY. My full-time gig with the Center Square, Illinois Radio Network. We just acquired Blue Room Stream. I'm going to be managing a lot more of that. The reporters, the content, the news coverage, and so on. So I can't be doing a 3-hour morning show every morning as a side gig because it's exhausting. And if I want to have a work-life balance, I really got to be able to manage that. So I will be continuing on with a shorter talk program on social media and YouTube. So if you subscribe to Bishop on Air on YouTube, you'll be updated, I promise. And also check out the work with thecentersquare.com, where I'm the associate editor for Illinois. All right, let's get to the phones. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Yes, hello, Greg.
What's up,
For the
Sean?
very last time.
Yes.
Live from North Carolina, Sean Gotti here.
I love it.
Hey, look, man, I really appreciate everything you've done. Like everybody else has said, it's spot on. You've been fair. You've been balanced. You've given me a voice. You've given everybody else a voice. Hell, you've interviewed me, and I appreciate it all.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, you're somebody who's from Central Illinois. You moved out, and then you moved back, and then you moved back out. So yeah, it's you've got a story to tell, and I would appreciate you being able to share that with us.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I should have stayed away.
Well, right on. Sean, you've got my number. You've got my email. Stay in touch, all right, man?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely. Take care.
Rocking and rolling. Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY. Take another call here. Good morning. You're on the air. What's up?
Hey, good morning, Greg. Happy Friday to you. I don't call in your show very much, but I do listen to you every day. I've listened to WMAY forever, and we just want to thank you. You're the best. You're the voice of reason. And also, I just wanted to tell you something that the reason why I'm a resident of Springfield is because in 1964, we lived in a small town in Iowa, and my dad got a job in Springfield at WMAY in 1964.
Was that back when it was like a country station?
Yes, and long before like One Eye Jack and all of them too. So we've been here.
So
But
yeah,
we
you've
just
got
wanna-
a certain tie to WMAY that you just can't shake. Right, that's great.
And I'll keep listening. But we do. You've been very informative, and we just love listening to your life experiences and your interviews, and especially Tuesdays the city council roundup. But you've just done a great job, and we want to wish you and Megan the best.
Appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. I feel the love, guys. I really do, and it's it's possible I could get a little choked up, get a little verklempt before the end of the show. Good morning. You're on WMAY. What's up?
Oh, Greg, I could remember the first time I heard you on the radio. It was a Saturday. I was driving Menards. I was probably somewhere near Woodside Railroad tracks, and you were mispronouncing words. And I remember calling and saying, "Hey, Greg, you know what? I like the sound of your voice. I think you've got a really shot at radio, but you're really going to have to learn to pronounce the words if people are going to take you seriously." And
Dude, hold on a second. You're not the only one that said that. My wife is an English major. She got a degree in English, all right? And she's a librarian now. She's got a library science degree. She would regularly listen and then afterwards be like, you pronounce this word wrong. You pronounce that word wrong. If you're going to be on the radio, you have to know how to pronounce these words.
Exactly. And my favorite day was probably about a year ago. I was listening to you, and one of the new kids had started at WMAY, and you got on the radio with it and said, you're really going to need to learn to pronounce those words right.
That's absolutely right.
Seriously. And I just laughed.
It's the best advice, that you can really give anybody in radio is learn how to pronounce the words right, idiot. Appreciate that.
Well, I'll keep listening to you, man.
Right on. I thank you so much.
We'll see you on Center Square.
Absolutely. You too. It's Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. Got a few messages on social media that I want to be sure to share with you. But of course, let's take the phone calls as they come in. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Hey, good morning, Greg. Let's keep it short and sweet. We love you, brother. Big shoes to fill with your departure. Look forward to all your future endeavors and what you're gonna be delivering. You've always just been amazing. You've been the voice of reason, brother. So good luck out there. Nothing but luck for you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I tell you, during the pandemic was trying. It was difficult with 3 years of emergency orders, and I remember the stay-at-home orders. A lot of people are staying home, but I would come into the radio station every morning, doing either the newsroom stuff or coming into the talk and the host chair, so to speak. So, yeah, I've seen a lot in the time that I've been behind the microphone here. I'm continuing to see even more. So there's no question about that. 217-629-7970. Do want to add a message here. Rachel says, I couldn't grab your email address quick enough, so I'm putting it in Messenger. Okay, great. Email, by the way, bishoponair@gmail.com. If you want to get a patch, I will pay for the postage. And I just need your address, your physical address. But Rachel says, would love one of those patches. It was great working with you. You were the first person, or at least one of the first people I worked with in Springfield radio, my coffee buddy. I never forget one of the first times I talked to you was when I called the news line because I had to be on WNNS and my transportation got lost finding the station. And I think all I said to you was my spots to go hit is now. So enjoy what comes next. Looking forward to staying in touch. Thanks in advance for the patch, and I absolutely will do that, Rachel. Thank you. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Okay, I'm coming in late. Can you recap and tell me this is a joke on Friday the 13th?
I'm sorry. Okay. Let me recap for you really quick. My full-time gig with the Center Square, I'm an Illinois associate editor, and I manage Illinois Radio Network as well on top of that. We also are expanding, and we are managing a streaming service of state government where you set up cameras, and it's like the C-SPAN of state government. So that's expanding more and more, especially as we get into veto session. I can't be tracking all of that full-time extra and then expect myself physically, emotionally, if I want to be sharp and do what is needed for a 3-hour program, I'm not going to be able to do that. It's too exhausting. So today's my last day. I let the station know. Yeah, I let the station know several weeks ago that going to have to do this transition. It's bittersweet, but at least I get to say goodbye to my audience, which is not something that typically happens in radio when a host is making a transition or if a radio station wants to make that decision. So I do appreciate the ability to do that here with Midwest Family.
Well, I have been following you since the beginning. You're about the only one other than Ray that I would listen to. I feel you have been extremely fair to both, or all sides, let's say it that way.
Yep.
You have been very respectable and non-condescending when there's times I'm like, get them. Just go ahead. You have your decorum, and the way that you have held yourself is just wonderful. And I'm sorry to see that you are here, that you're leaving. I wish you nothing but the best. But I'm really worried about who's going to do council roundup now. They've got to step it up.
Yeah, I might have to come in and do a little tutorial for whoever is going to take that over, because that's a very valuable asset here on WMAY to provide that recap of the night before council meeting. So absolutely appreciate it so much. Thank you for your comments. It means a lot. And listen, I'm still going to be producing content on my YouTube channel. It's just not going to be 3 hours worth. Right? So you'll be able to still plug in and stay up to date with what's my work is at the Illinois State House. And also, Illinois Radio Network, you'll be hearing stuff on WMAY. So some of my news reports, some of my team's news reports as well. So looking forward to that.
But where we can find you out on your social media so that we can make sure that we're finding you.
Yep.
And please take the time to spend with your wonderful wife. I heard, the situation of the breast cancer on one of the shows earlier this week. You know what? The pandemic did some really bad stuff that it really made people think about what's priority. So take advantage of that. So good luck to you both.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah. And yes, just search Bishop on Air, all one word, Bishop on Air, on X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and we can connect that way. More of your calls and comments coming up, I promise. But if you want to patch, be sure to email bishoponair@gmail.com. Again, bishoponair@gmail.com. 754 from Culver's West on Wabash.
Culver's West on Wabash is hiring for all shifts and all positions. Apply today in person.
Time to move inside and make your home warm and cozy. Hendricks Home Furnishings is having a fall sale on all things homey. Cozy up on a new sofa or sectional. Relax and unwind with comfy recliners or stylish chairs. Pick out a new fireplace console to complement your seasonal decor. Settle in for a gathering at your new dining or kitchen table. Don't miss out on our limited time fall offers. Just a short drive to Verdon on Route 4. Hendricks Home Furnishings has everything you need to create a warm and inviting space.
Here's what's happening right now at Green Certified West.
Not another goat dropping. Hey guys, another goat dropping.
A what?
The goats. They keep dropping the prices on all these quality pre-owned vehicles. That wasn't what I was expecting.
The goats are just doing what they do best, giving the Green Certified West customers their very best deals and amazing customer service.
These prices are too low. We have a business to run. Hey, you, goat, not another dropping on my lot.
Come see the Goat Squad at Green Certified West for your very best deal.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, it's Breeze Airways, the seriously nice airline that wants to fly you to your next vacation. Fly nonstop from Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport in Springfield to Orlando and Tampa Bay, faster and easier than ever before. We don't charge change or cancellation fees, so you can book with complete peace of mind. Go to flybreeze.com or download the Breeze app to book your trip. Breeze Airways, seriously nice.
Take the easy way out.
I think what people want from their doctors, as much as anything, is a partner in their care. I'm Dr. Chris McDowell, a physician with SIU Medicine. Our clinical excellence is unmatched in the region. We're home to the latest technology, the best people. But what sets us apart is our commitment to our patients. Being there for them as a partner, a supporter, as an advocate, and even a neighbor. That's what makes SIU Medicine so unique. Learn more at siumed.org.
Getting around town can be a challenge for those with disabilities. SMTD's Access Paratransit makes it easy.
I'm Calvin Shannon, SMTD Paratransit Road Supervisor. As a road supervisor, I go out and make sure the fleet runs on schedule. Whatever issues might occur, I take care of them to make sure the fleet get back on schedule.
And Calvin, what would you say is the best part of your job?
I love helping people with disability, making sure they get to their doctor's appointment and places on time.
For schedules and routes, go to smtd.org.
One of the easiest things you can do to prevent getting stranded tomorrow is check your battery today. Hi, it's Laurie from Rex Battery. If you can take about 5 minutes out of your day, we can make absolutely sure your car battery is ready before winter. Just pull into Rex, and we'll not only test the battery, but we'll make sure your alternator is doing its important job. Just because your car is running well now doesn't mean it's going to start when the temp drops. If you find your battery is near the end of its life, Rex Battery has car batteries for every make and model on the road. And more often than not, we have them for less than other places. Batteries are all we do, and we want to make sure yours is strong before winter hits. Just pull into Rex Battery anytime and ask for a free battery test. Rex Battery, Clear Lake, west of Dirksen.
Rex with a double X battery. Generations of power.
Jesse Kelly here. Do you feel protected? My personal protection plan is owning gold. The Oxford Gold Group helps you buy gold to have on hand or convert it into your 401k. If things get weird, I have gold on hand. I like that. You can buy coins or convert part of your 401k with the Oxford Gold Group. It's easy and safe. 833-995-GOLD. That's 833-995-GOLD. 833-995-GOLD.
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY.
Okay, back at it. Springfield's Morning News, and we will be opening it up for more of your phone calls, I promise. All right, so do it to it. 217-629-7970. We're out of time this hour, but we got another hour left, so we'll open it up for more phone calls and comments on my last day here on WMAY.
From the Fly SPI Studios, take the easy way out. WMAY FM, Taylorville, Springfield's News and Talk is 92.7 WMAY.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Faith Abube.
Heads up, a 24 hours notice from Israel for more than 1 million residents in northern Gaza to evacuate the war zone with Hamas militants. ABC's Ian Panel.
I've been here many times and I have to say it is eerily calm. There is a really tense atmosphere here. The situation in Gaza is certainly not calm. A 7th day of continuous bombing as many residents now are being warned by the Israeli Defense Forces to leave their homes.
And elsewhere, high-level talks were underway. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is in Jordan, meeting with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas to broker a safe passage for refugees and supplies. He also rejected reports that some $6 billion earmarked in a prison swap with Iran is somehow being used to fund Hamas militants.
To date, not a single dollar has been expended from that account, and we retain the right to freeze it.
In the meantime, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is also in Tel Aviv to see the American weapons and other security reinforcements sent in.
This is a time for resolve and not revenge, for purpose and not panic, and for security and not surrender.
So far, 1,500 killed in Gaza, 1,200 killed in Israel. Also overseas, a deadly attack at a high school in northern France. A man armed with a knife killing a teacher and wounding 2 others. The suspect, a former student, was seen shouting, "God is great" in Arabic. On Capitol Hill, the battle for a new House Speaker back to square one.
Congressman Steve Scalise dropping out of the race for Speaker just one day after being nominated. Scalise was scrambling to secure the votes, meeting with Republicans behind closed doors for hours. But in the end, it wasn't enough. Scalise could only afford to lose 4 Republicans. At least 15 were against him.
ABC's Rachel Scott. This is ABC News.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
The final hour of me in the host chair for WMAY is upon us on this Friday the 13th. And while I do have at least one more segment of news content I need to get out there, and it deals with the ongoing non-citizen migrant issue and whether or not state taxpayers are going to have to pay more for that. We'll have to do that at least one segment coming up. But other than that, let's just open it up for your phone calls. Love to hear from you. Blown away so far by the response. Just absolutely blown away. And if you want a patch, I'll do my darndest. The email's loaded up. I don't even know how many emails I've got now with people requesting a patch, but if you want a patch, email me, bishoponair@gmail.com, and give me your street address, your P.O. box, whatever it is. However you want to receive a patch, just go ahead and send me your address, and we will send you off a patch. Right now, though, 8:04, back with more, your phone calls and comments on WMAY.
News.
Weather.
92.7 WMAY. Springfield's news and talk.
I'm Don Howard. Our top story, the UAW strike against automakers continues to have ripple effects in Illinois. The Effingham Daily News reports that an employee at Flexing Gate in Effingham confirmed that workers have been told not to come into work starting today. The closure comes after the Ford truck plant in Louisville was struck Wednesday, idling 8,700 workers. The strike is now in its 4th week. Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frerichs has announced a $10 million purchase of Israeli bonds as a direct response to the attack by Hamas. Frerichs said the investment shows Illinois' strong commitment to Israel and its people. Frerichs' office has invested more than $100 million in Israeli bonds since he became state treasurer in 2015. With the House of Representatives paralyzed, states are the only available source of governmental funding available from the United States. It's Friday, so that means high school football. Some area teams that are at home tonight include Rochester, Lanphier, Athens, New Berlin, and Williamsville. Come out and cheer the athletes and support the home team, as well as the volunteers, cheerleaders, and others who make high school football possible in Illinois. Residents in central Illinois will have the opportunity to see a partial solar eclipse this Saturday morning. About 50% of the sun will be hidden behind the moon's shadow at the event's peak just before noon. The viewing will be much better next year when Springfield will witness a near total solar eclipse in April. The UAW strike against automakers continues to have ripple effects in Illinois. The Effingham Daily News reports that an employee at Flexing Gate in Effingham confirmed that workers have been told not to come to work starting today. The closure comes after the Ford truck plant in Louisville was struck Wednesday, idling 8,700 workers. The strike is now in its fourth week. Your WMAY dependable forecast is next on Springfield's News and Talk.
If you're on Medicare, how many cards are you carrying around? Your Medicare card, your supplement and prescription cards, and perhaps dental and vision cards. Okay, you get the picture. With a Medicare Advantage plan, there's just one card. To find the Advantage plan that best fits your needs, contact Sullivan Financial. They're independent, which means they work with all major companies. Medicare's annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Make Medicare easy. Sullivan Financial of Chatham. Find us on Facebook or online at sullivanfinance.com.
Your next vacation to Punta Gorda, Fort Myers, Florida is just a quick flight away with nonstop flights from Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport. Enjoy lounging on the beach, golfing the stunning courses, or catching up with family in the Sunshine State. Find yourself a warm getaway with low fares from Allegiant and your friends at Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport, where parking is always free. Book your trip today at Allegiant.com. Fly local, fly SPI. Take the easy way out.
Take the easy way out. Lauterbach Man here, proudly standing above my busy 7 bays on Wabash. The view from here is amazing. I've been looking at our wonderful city for decades upon decades. Many things have changed, but other things have not. We love Abe. We aren't shy about covering things in cheese, then adding toast, then cheese, then fries, then cheese, then, well, you know what I'm talking about. And the thing I'm most proud of, the thousands and thousands of cars that are driving safely thanks to our talented Lauterbach technicians. Cars going from the airport to the universities, from North Dirksen to South Veterans, crisscrossing from farmland to downtown, waving at tourists and trusted politicians. Abe. And if Abe were here today, he'd say, "Who's the tall guy?" And I'd say, "I'm Lauterbach Man, and I'm at your service." And if an imaginary Abe Lincoln driving a car can trust us, you can too. Lauterbach Tire on Wabash. Drive safely now.
Now, your dependable forecast on 92.7 WMAY.
High temperatures reach up to 68 today under overcast skies with scattered thunderstorms likely. Southerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance for scattered thunderstorms again tonight. Lows around 53. Overcast. Chance for scattered showers tomorrow. Highs around 58. Cloudy. Chance for scattered rain showers Sunday with highs in the mid-50s. Partly cloudy Monday. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently, it's 60.
Weather sponsored by BLH Computers in Springfield, Jacksonville, and Taylorville. Online at blhcomputers.com.
Academy Sports and Outdoors is the sporting goods store that's all about fun. And a new location is coming to Springfield. With great brands at the best prices, you'll always find the gear you need to play the games you love and enjoy your favorite outdoor activities with your favorite people. Academy has it all in store and online. No matter how you have fun out there, your next adventure starts here. Your new Academy Sports and Outdoors store is coming soon to Springfield. Until then, check out academy.com.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do, do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Today's birthdays include football and singing royalty, okay?
All right.
Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, I guess, turns 81, and Jerry Rice turns 61. Probably the greatest receiver to ever play.
Yeah.
I'll get the singers in just a moment, but first, here's green Toyota, Volkswagen, Audi's Casey Lane.
If you are looking for a small SUV, right now we've got a 2022 Honda HR-V all-wheel drive EX. Black exterior, black interior. It's a nice little Honda. It only has 35,700 miles on it. You don't see the HRVs that often, so if you've been looking, this is a good one. Come on down and see us.
So, these are the celebrity singers having birthdays today.
All right, let's hear
Paul
it.
Simon turns 82, Marie Osmond 64, Sammy Hagar 74, and of course the biggest name of all, Jimin from BTS, who turns 28.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're on West Wabash. Come see us today. Remember, green Toyota, Volkswagen, Audi.
We're all in this together.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop, broadcasting from the Fly SPI studios. Take the easy way out. 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk.
Final hour of the program from me. I'm Greg Bishop, and today's my last day on WMAY as my full-time position with the Center Square Illinois Radio Network. It's expanding more and more responsibilities, which is great news. Doing what I love, disseminating information out to you, the tax-paying public, of what's going on with your state government. So we will continue doing that. And you can follow my work at the Center Square. You can follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, or on Facebook. Also on YouTube, just search Bishop On Air. Again, Bishop On Air. It's real simple, right? And if you want a patch, you can email me your address and I'll send you a patch. I've got tons of emails there, and I'll have to sort through all of those and throughout the weekend get all that lined up so that we can get those patches out to you. So hopefully you start getting them early next week. But some messages I definitely want to share. Pamela says, "Oh no!" I know it, Pamela. Miss hearing from you as well. Amber says, "Best wishes. Thanks for covering energy and tackling tough topics. The technical stuff isn't fun for reporters to do, but you do it well. I know you will carry that on." I appreciate that. Also got a message here from a listener via text. It says, let's see here. "Today was bad luck for people. Italy joined war against Hitler and Rommel committed suicide the next day. And by the way, Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier on this date. Ha! Make your mark in history. I like that. That's a good little bit of history because it is Friday the 13th. Another one says, "You are a pillar of Springfield's media. Congrats. I look forward to following you in your new ventures." And listen, I mean, it's not new ventures. I've been doing this. I'm actually kind of surprised as to how long I've been able to juggle this as a part-time gig from 6 to 9 in the mornings. I get up at 3 o'clock and I read 3 newspapers and I cut up audio and video and I get it all together myself, and I'm scheduling guests and arranging things and get everything ready for the broadcast and come in by myself, a single host, no co-host, no producer. I'm answering phone calls. I'm doing all this switching of the computers and running the board and all that, and it's pretty exhausting. So I have to take a step back from this if I'm going to be focusing even more during my more awake hours, believe it or not, on covering state government to the tilt and digging even deeper into state government. So looking forward to continuing that. You can follow my work with the Center Square. Also, just follow me on social media and we can stay plugged in. All right, 217-629-7970. That's the phone number. Good morning. You are on WMAY.
Hey, Greg, I'm just calling to show respect where it's due. You've done a great job every morning for how many years it's been. And you know what? You've gotten to a level of the last person I think sent you a text or a message that said you're a pillar. It's taken you this long to get to the level Leach took a whole career to get to. So
we don't need to, disparage, other former hosts. Listen, I got to give mad props to Jim Leach. He took me in as a young pup and showed me the ropes on news and the importance of news and hearing something that's news. Somebody says something, fine-tuning that news sense is difficult. And Jim help me learn how to write broadcast copy, learn how to cover things and to hear what's newsworthy and to get that out rapidly. Jim obviously is sorely missed on these airwaves, and I know he's doing great things in his new capacity, but he taught me a lot. There's no question. We necessarily didn't see eye to eye all the time, and I really enjoyed being in the newsroom while he was on the air here in the host chair, and we would have debates about, like, for instance, Second Amendment issues. So that was enjoyable, but no need to disparage anybody else. Come on now. 217-629-7970. Good morning. You are on WMAY.
Good morning.
Hey.
I couldn't let you go without hearing from your BFF, your big fat farm girl.
I haven't heard from you in a while. You must just be sitting back and enjoying all the content I'm pumping out.
That's right. Sitting back and watching the combines go this morning.
That's great.
But I just wanted to check in and wish you the best on your extended new adventures.
Yes, absolutely. No, I appreciate that. BFF, big fat farm girl. That's awesome.
Your big fat farm girl sending you off, bud.
Love it. You have a good harvest, all right? And be safe out there.
You.
Thank you for all you're doing out there in the farm fields.
Too.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. Good morning. You are on the air. What's up?
Hi, Greg. Congratulations. Good work. Kudos to you. Did a great job. I think on your way out, you ought to invite all the Trump haters to call and say how they think the world is better off without Donald Trump as president. See if they enjoyed 4 years of peace and no war. See what their thoughts are about that on your way out. That would be interesting calls if they would call.
Mean tweets, man. Mean tweets.
But anyway, congratulations.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. It is Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. I'll take another call here. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, Bishop.
Hey.
I just wanted to say you are the GOAT. You there?
I am. The greatest of all time. I think that's what that means,
That's
right?
right. And, yeah, and the thing of it is, it's going to be so hard to replace you because you are not on either side of the road. You know what I mean? You don't decide by politics. You decide by common sense and intelligence, and it's going to be hard for them to find somebody to replace you.
You know, one of my favorite TV shows is South Park because they sit on the fence and they throw nonsense at both sides. And that's the type of thing that I adore. I find myself to be very independent-minded. I find myself able to think on all sides and to hear all sides and to have those good, wholesome conversations to where we can, disagree and at the same time agree to disagree. So I think that's important to foster that even more, and especially in these times.
Some people say we have no place for fence sitters, but you know what? We'd be a much better country if we had more fence sitters.
And being a fence sitter is not bad. It just means you're willing to hear everybody out without jumping to conclusions. So I think that's important. I appreciate the call and for the recognition on that. 217-629-7970. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Greg, you made the world a better place.
Thank you, sir. Hopefully I'm still making the world a better place. I mean, geez.
Well, yeah, you will. But just to celebrate your day, I'm just letting you know today is National M&M's Day. So stop by somewhere, get yourself some M&M's on your way to your next job.
Can I do M&M's with peanuts? Is that okay?
That'll work.
Okay, good. I also like the peanut butter M&M's too. I'll have to check those out too. It's been a while since I've had those.
Good luck to you.
All right, man. I appreciate it. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Calls coming in. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, sir.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Just want to let you know that we're all going to miss you. We should all take a moment of silence for the death of local talk radio, which will not exist once you're gone.
That's not true. There will be.
That's true. And
there will be a local body in here starting Monday, taking your phone calls and talking about local issues. It just won't be me.
Is it going to be Black Hawk Talk with Mike Winnemucker? I mean, is it going to be local comedy all day?
I'll leave it up to everybody to, tune in on Monday morning so that you can hear that for yourself.
I got one more thing to say, bud.
Sure. Go ahead.
We got to do it for the children.
629-7970. 629-79. I've seen a lot of characters from Kramer to Frank to Ray. It's pretty remarkable, all the characters I've seen come through these hallways, and it's good to have some of those memories.
I worked with most of them. Yeah. I've been in the building. I work with most of them. You're going to be missed, and Godspeed, my friend.
Appreciate it. Appreciate that very much. 217-629-7970. 217-629-7970. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. How are you? Mike
Good, yourself?
Murphy here.
Right on. Hey, it's good to hear from you.
Hey, yeah, I just want to thank you for everything you did in the community. You always get information out there about what's going on, and you were a big help for me when I was state rep, and even before that at Charlie Parker's and out at the chamber. I really do appreciate the fact that you're willing to tell people what's going on in the community, and sometimes you have opinion on that, and that's great too. So good luck, and I know you continue to do great things.
Well, and Mike, you've been just as Jack Campbell, an elected official, very valuable source, somebody who answers the phone, somebody who responds to texts, even on background, and having those off-record conversations to ensure that I fully understand things that are going on. You've been there to do that, and now in your capacity as the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce president and CEO, I hope that we still have those conversations, because I need to know what's on the mind of the business community, because as my continued reporting goes, I don't report from the government's perspective. I report from the taxpayer's perspective. Businesses are those taxpayers as well, and it's important to see what they're thinking about and how they're impacted. So greatly appreciate all that you do, and we'll definitely be in touch.
Well, I look forward to continue our conversations, and one reason I always answer the phone is I know I can trust you, buddy.
Right on.
So
thumbs up. Awesome. I appreciate that. We'll talk soon, all right? Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. I'm going to end this segment. We'll have at least another half hour for you to chime in, but I do want to cover at least one news item that happened yesterday, and that deals with non-migrant funding in Illinois and how much taxpayers are going to be on the hook for that. So stay tuned. We'll get to that next here on WMAY. I'm Greg Bishop. This is my last broadcast day, and it looks like I've got some people coming in with coffee treats, and there's donuts all over the place. Oh my gosh. Kyle, I'm going to have to work out hardcore because there's like 24 donuts, and now I got this coffee drink. Thank you, sir. Oh gosh, that smells good. Whew. I'm going to be jazzed up today, boy. Wow. All right, stay tuned. More coming up. Springfield's Morning News on WMAY.
Deliver smiles, butter burgers, fresh custard, and great service. Culver's West on Wabash is hiring for all positions.
Looking to buy your next home or considering listing? My wife and I recommend choosing RE/MAX Professionals of Springfield, Fritz Pfister. Working with Fritz to find our new home in Sangamon County was truly a wonderful experience. He's prompt, responsive, and we had constant communication. He was committed to serving our needs and made our home buying experience an absolute pleasure. RE/MAX Professionals of Springfield, Fritz Pfister, 217-652-7653. 217-652-7653. Buying or selling a home? Fritz makes it easy.
Here's one thing that psychologists and therapists believe to be a key step to achieving better mental health: meditation. It starts with proper breathing. By breathing in slowly for 5 or 10 seconds and exhaling, counting the same way, for just a few minutes each day has been a big deal for many people as they reach a new level of relaxation. Now, that's just a start. If your feelings of depression and hopelessness are accentuated with drugs and alcohol, then you may need some professional help. The team of nurses, counselors, physicians, and psychiatrists at Gateway Foundation understand that. They know what you're going through, and they can show you the way out. Gateway also uses meditation as a key component of their successful treatment. Your insurance covers the cost, and the Family Medical Leave Act protects your job. If your situation appears hopeless, make the confidential call to Gateway at 877-505-HOPE and start feeling better today. Gateway Foundation. Addiction medicine, saving lives.
Less hassle, more travel. We've got connections. Springfield to Chicago O'Hare to anywhere. The Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport has recently undergone improvements to make your experience flying to and from your hometown even easier. Security lines are short, parking is always free, and customer service is a top priority. Book your next American Airlines flight from SPI at aa.com. Fly local, fly SPI. Take the easy way out.
Take the easy way out.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Paid actor portrayal.
I didn't see it coming. Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. The mortgage, car payments, and all the other bills. Even things like our annual summer vacation would be out of reach. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. I knew it was time to stop putting it off and get life insurance right now. I got on my computer and went to ethoslife.com. In just 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected. Thanks to Ethos, my family won't have to worry about the bills if the unpredictable happens to me.
Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's GETETHOS.com.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips that you plan in advance, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends for which you make a group chat 3 months before so that nobody or anything is missing? Or your daughter's first birthday party. You planned it with such dedication that instead of the first, it felt like our 15's. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hello, everybody. Cousin Bill with Illinois Paving. And the Burrs are here. September, October, November. So if you need a new driveway done this year, you better call now. When others say no, they can't get to you this year, Illinois Paving says yes, with immediate openings available. So call Cousin Bill, 788-7777. 788-7777.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop. Weekdays 6 till 9 on 92.7 WMAY.
At that time, there was no request made specifically because I think I made it clear that we were not expecting to do a supplemental budget in the veto session.
That's Illinois House Speaker Chris Welch responding to questions yesterday about whether or not there's going to be a supplemental appropriation to deal with the migrant crisis. And you've got that being raised by, well, the Chicago mayor budget that was proposed, including $150 million in funding for non-citizens. Where's that money going to come from? Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson was asked about that earlier this week after he proposed his budget, and here's some of what he had to say on where he's going to get this money and how much he's actually going to be asking for from state and local governments.
You talked about the partnership and help you're seeking from the federal and state governments. Can you explain exactly what that is beyond the worker permits? How much money are you asking for and from where?
They have to help set up shelters. We need help staffing. We need help at the border for better coordination. I mean, these aren't new demands. And so, I'm going to continue to do my part. And the responsibility cannot just be on the city of Chicago alone. It's a welcoming state. How much money are you asking for? For as much as possible.
So the question there at the end was how much money are you asking for as much as possible, but that's news to Governor J.B. Pritzker and Speaker Welch yesterday.
I don't know what the intentions are with it. I just saw it as you did yesterday, the proposal for the entire budget. There's a lot that we look at. I want to be clear, though, that at the state level, we don't just leave cities to fend for themselves on a whole bunch of issues, whether it's mental health, healthcare broadly, job creation, or on the issue of asylum seekers. We are providing services and dollars on top of what cities do. And in the city of Chicago, as you may know, we've already spent, more than $300 million, in fact, more than $330 million already to support the asylum seekers shelter, making sure they've got the basic necessities that they need. And then, of course, we're working with the federal government and to get them to get work authorizations. And then you saw recently when I sent a letter to the White House, we actually had some reasonably quick action from the White House to help us to manage the going forward situation for the city of Chicago. But
is that 150 though? Do you think that's going to be an operating?
I don't know. I don't know how they came up with their number. I mean, we're finding resources wherever we can and supporting the city and surrounding communities and others who are impacted by the influx of asylum seekers, which I remind everybody is the choice that's being made by the opposite party in Texas to basically send all these people here to the state of Illinois. They could be doing it in a different way, but they want to have some sort of chaotic political effect. They will not succeed, and we will be a welcoming state. But as I've said, we've asked the federal government for additional assistance.
So again, Governor J.B. Pritzker taking some questions, and then House Speaker Emanuel Chris Welch, he takes to the podium at yesterday's event and takes a question about the possibility of supplemental appropriation for the fall veto session, which is only 6 days starting October 24th.
I did meet with the mayor last week. We had a very positive conversation like we always do, but our conversation wasn't limited to one topic. We talked about several things that is on his agenda as the new mayor of Chicago, things that he talked about that would impact him in the coming months, but certainly in the next year or so. The migrant crisis was certainly one of those things that we discussed. And one thing that we completely agreed on was that this is a national crisis that's going to call for a national response, that we need the White House to step up and do more on this issue, and that we join the governor in his call for the White House to do more. And that was specifically stated at that meeting. At that time, there was no request made specifically because I think I made it clear that we were not expecting to do a supplemental budget in the veto session.
So, not expected to do a supplemental budget during the veto session. That's the word from Illinois House Speaker Emanuel Chris Welch. And we'll see exactly how all this plays out, because I don't know if the busing situation is going to slow down or if they're going to close the border, or if they're just going to move forward with the deportations, or what exactly is going to go on there. All right, 217-629-7970. We'll take one call on this subject, take a break, and come back and open it up for more of your phone calls. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Sean Gotti once again. I couldn't keep my mouth shut on this one, man.
Right on.
I don't understand. We'll let our own people fall by the wayside. We got our own people who can't afford their own deductibles on their insurances, don't have a roof over their head. And I feel bad for the asylum seekers, but they're not all asylum seekers. We're not even vetting these people. We don't know who they are. And with the current state of affairs of the world, how do we know some of these people ain't here for those purposes? Organizing it behind our backs. Here we are, just handing it out like a piñata.
Yeah, listen, I mean, there's obviously some who have legitimate asylum grievance that they can go through the process, but clearly that's a certain percentage, while others are not. And even Governor J.B. Pritzker earlier this week recognizing that, saying that he's encouraged the White House is going to start returning, he says, but really it's just deporting people who aren't legitimate asylum seekers. Interesting kind of change of tune there. Yeah. Well, hey, Sean, I appreciate the call, man.
Right,
it is Springfield's Morning News on WMAY, and stay tuned. Last half hour with your phone calls next on WMAY. Unbelievable. Wow. Kind of blown away.
92.7 WMAY.
Here are the 3 big things you need to know.
I'm Don Howard. Our top story, the DeKalb Daily Chronicle reports that 2 new solar installations have been established in DeKalb as a direct result of Illinois' Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, which took effect in September 2021. The project is managed by Sunvest Solar and consists of 2 installations on 24 acres. The twin community solar farms carry an aggregate generation capacity of 6 megawatts, allowing enough energy to supply more than 850 average Illinois homes. Inflation continues to slow in the United States. Last month's rate of 0.4% was a third lower than the previous month, while the annual rate of inflation was unchanged at a 3.7% rise in August. When volatile food and energy costs are excluded, the so-called core inflation rate was at its lowest in 2 years at 4.1%, down slightly from August. NASA has just released its initial findings after studying a sample collected from an asteroid. Scientists showing off the material for the press told reporters that the material shows evidence of high carbon content in water, which together could indicate the building blocks of life on Earth may be found in the rock. The sample is by far the largest remotely captured asteroid sample ever delivered to Earth, and NASA Administrator Bill Nelson predicted that scientists would spend decades studying it. More information can be found at WMAY.com. The UAW strike against automakers continues to have ripple effects in Illinois. The Effingham Daily News reports that an employee at Flexing Gate in Effingham confirmed that workers have been told not to come to work starting today. The closure comes after the Ford truck plant in Louisville was struck Wednesday, idling 8,700 workers. The strike is now in its 4th week. Democratic Senator Bob Menendez of New Jersey is facing additional federal charges. Prosecutors have issued a superseding indictment accusing Menendez and his wife with conspiring to have him act as an Egyptian agent in violation of the Foreign Agents Registration Act. The couple already stands accused of accepting bribes of cash, gold bars, and a luxury car from 3 New Jersey businessmen who wanted the senator's help and influence over foreign affairs. The Springfield Journal-Register reports that the Springfield Clinic is opening 2 new facilities. The new pediatrics facility is located on Old Jacksonville Road, while a new lab facility at the corner of 7th Street and South Grand Avenue East will be fully operational by the end of October. While the pediatrics facility is for younger patients, it will also include a coffee shop for caffeine-deprived adults who accompany them. And the new lab will include a drive-through, an innovation introduced during COVID, which has proven popular with patients. Residents in central Illinois will have the opportunity to see a partial solar eclipse this Saturday morning. About 50% of the sun will be hidden behind the moon's shadow at the event's peak just before noon. The viewing will be much better next year when Springfield will witness a near-total solar eclipse in April. Your WMAY dependable forecast is next on Springfield's News and Talk.
News sponsored by Just Beds. A great night's sleep starts with a visit to the yawn exterminators at Just Beds. Online at justbedsinc.com.
It's obvious. The unthinkable is going to happen soon. With all the distractions in the media, we probably won't see it coming. Your gut tells you there's something very wrong going on, and all the evidence suggests that there is. Those in charge say everything's fine. Stop noticing. But you know better. American families are preparing. Folks are getting into self-reliance and investing in emergency food storage. My Patriot Supply, the nation's largest emergency preparedness company, is the place you can trust. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and secure their best-selling 3-month emergency food kits. Each contains tasty breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, averaging over 2,000 calories per day. Get at least 1 food kit for each family member. For a limited time, save 25%, plus get free shipping on all their 3-month emergency food kits. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today. Order by 3 p.m. and your items ship the same day. It's time to prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
Guess who's in charge of arranging the corporate event this year? Now, where to start?
Conn's Catering and Events has you covered. A quick call or visit with the experts at Conn's will save you time while making you look like an excellent planner.
Well, this event is a real monster. We'll need a bunch of options.
Like a customizable menu tailored to your specific needs and preferences?
That would be one easy solution.
From full-service events like the one you're planning to drop-off catering like a quick meal to feed the office, Conn's will have people complimenting you on the excellent choices.
Sounds like this is going to be a permanent addition to my job description.
Because you're not settling for anything less than extraordinary. Give Conn's a call. They'll help you turn the event into a complete success as you make that lasting impression on your clients, employees, and guests.
Call Angie at 217-523-4466 or visit Cons at conshg.com to set up your corporate dining experience today.
Now, your dependable forecast on 92.7 WMAY.
High temperatures reach up to 68 today under overcast skies with scattered thunderstorms likely. Southerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance for scattered thunderstorms again tonight. Lows around 53. Overcast. Chance for scattered showers tomorrow. Highs around 58. Cloudy. Chance for scattered rain showers Sunday with highs in the mid-50s. Partly cloudy Monday. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Currently, it's 60.
Weather sponsored by Lauterbach Tire and Auto, home of Stage 2 service. Drive safely now.
Rex with a double X battery. Generations of power.
Here's what we believe at Rex Battery. You should be able to find the right battery when you need it. Our company started when my dad needed a battery for his car, and he built it himself. Today, more than 50 years later, we are still making sure you can find the right battery you need. And that includes the common batteries people use every day to the hard-to-find batteries used in big farm equipment. While online outlets are struggling with supply chain issues, we have shelves full of batteries. The best part is we're right here in town and ready to help today. Hearing aids, power tools, and the car in your garage. If it takes a battery, you can find the battery at Rex Battery, Clear Lake, just west of Dirksen.
Rex with a double X battery. Generations of power.
All of us here at Green Hyundai want to put you in the driver's seat to a new career. Be sure to drive in and don't drive by our Green Hyundai Drive Your Career event on Wednesday, October 18th from 4 to 7 p.m. at our brand new location on Stanton. You'll be the first to check out our beautiful new state-of-the-art Green Hyundai dealership that will include full air-conditioned service department with 38 lifts. We're hiring technicians, we're hiring service advisors, and we're looking for exceptional sales and customer service reps and so much more. We're hiring and we drive a hard bargain with a $1,000 sign-on bonus for qualified technicians. If you have the drive in on Wednesday, October the 18th from 4 to 7 at our new location. 601 West Stanford Avenue, and apply. And let's help you cruise into the new career with Green Hyundai.
Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop, broadcasting from the Fly SPI Studios. Take the easy way out. 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk.
All right, so final half hour of my time here on WMAY on this Friday the 13th. We took a ton of phone calls all of the 7 o'clock hour into this hour, and greatly appreciate all of the kind words. Holy cow, you guys blow me away. But I got to say goodbye. You know, sometimes it feels like I'm just talking into the wilderness and just sharing content and breaking down news items, and occasionally I'll open up the phone lines and hear from you guys out there, which is really just incredible to be part of. And it's heartening to hear how many people are impacted by the work I do. It's hard work. It's tough work. I'm not digging ditches or anything, but you know, there are times where I'm running around the Capitol trying to interview people who don't want to talk to me. I'm asking tough questions to powerful people and billionaires, and you know, getting those answers in, and it's tough work at times. But let's hear from you at 217-629-7970. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Good morning, Greg. This is County Board Representative, former Alderperson Sam Canman. And what I'm wondering, Greg, who's going to do the council roundup now that you're leaving WMAY?
Yeah, I don't know all of the particulars on that. It's a great question. It's big shoes to fill because obviously there's a lot of work that goes into that to be able to get it on the next morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, the day after the council meeting happens. So Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll obviously be paying attention to see how it happens. I might have to give somebody a tutorial, but yeah, it's a valuable program, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing how you put that program together so quickly. You did great work, and you did great work on your show. I mean, just like a lot of people said, you call shots as you see them. You're not sticking to some particular conservative, liberal, whatever. So I really appreciate the work you've done. And how's your running?
Sam, the past few weeks, I want to say the past month or so, I have been hitting it hard, at least once a day, trying to get at least once a day where I'm stretching and I'm running more. And I do want to encourage people. Listen, I lost like 100 pounds more than 10 years ago training for a half marathon. And that was really life transformational for me. And for my wife, Megan. No question. She was along for the journey as well, and also getting fit and active. Then, life happens, things happen, and you get put on, and you're doing too much, and you can't work out as much. So I tacked on some more of that weight, so I could possibly lose a good 50 more pounds here. But I tell you what's incredible is when you do, fall off the wagon, then you get back on. It takes about 2 or 3 weeks of constant hitting it, to where then all of a sudden after that third week or so, you're like, this is great. I need this. This is an everyday thing I've got to keep doing. So I would encourage people to get up and get active. How about yourself, Sam? Are you still running? You still being active?
My running has gotten a lot worse, but I do a little bit. I'm trying to keep my back as straight as possible. I've got a problem with that. But what about now that you're going off the show, you should have time to prep for a marathon. Are you planning to do a marathon?
I don't know about a marathon. We'll see about a half marathon. And I've got one of my buddies, Mark, saying, yep, it's time to hit that half marathon again. We'll see. That's a question I'll have to, save for another time, but we shall see.
You're still working for the Illinois Policy Institute?
That's been long separated. Oh. I work for Franklin News Foundation, which is a nonprofit, and we have the Center Square, we have Illinois Radio Network, we just took on Blue Room Stream as well, and that's completely separate.
Okay, well, at least you'll still be in the news business. So that's
I'm still in the news business, absolutely. So I appreciate the call, Sam Camman. It's good to hear from you. I got more calls coming in at 217-629-7970. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Greg. I'm so glad to hear that you're going to have more time for yourself, and basically what you're doing here is this is your first step on a long journey to becoming a gentleman of leisure. You have time to relaxing, hang with your wife, all that stuff. And that's a good thing.
So I guess the first question is from one gentleman of leisure to someone who's about to be a gentleman of leisure. What kind of smoking jacket should I get? Should I wear loafers or sandals, or what kind of attire do I need to acquire?
Well, I'd say right now I'm in sweatpants. I got my sandals on with my socks on, of course.
Oh, no.
And then just a regular T-shirt, and then usually I don't really much wear a smoking jacket. I'll have a robe, from shower back to my sweatpants and.
So hold on a second.
Whatnot.
Are you saying that in order for me to become a man of leisure, I have to wear socks with my sandals?
Yeah, and that's the kind where your toe, the big toe goes around the thing, so you look like some kind of Japanese samurai.
Oh my
well, that way it keeps the sandals from falling off.
Oh,
I get excited about it sometimes. It's like, man, what, you got a wedgie in your toes there? I was like, yeah.
No.
Yes, I do.
No, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can wear socks with sandals. It's
a long journey, Greg, and you will one day. Want to keep your sandals on as you're shuffling around the house or shuffling to the store or whatever you got to do.
Wherever I'm at, right. All right. I appreciate
that.
that.
Invest in fine wines and whiskeys, and of course, very good beers, and then eat pretty much whatever you like.
I think I'm going to hit this. I'm going to hit this donut that's just patiently awaiting. It's a Boston cream, and I got a fresh cup of coffee, so I'm going to be hitting that after the show. Buddy. Right on. All right, man. Appreciate it. Yep. Springfield's Morning News on 92.7 WMAY. Who's going to be the last caller? Or is it just going to be me saying goodbye in the last segment? We shall see. Stay tuned. It is Springfield's Morning News on WMAY. All right, 629-7970. But got to take a break. 8:48 from Culver's West on Wabash.
Work with a team that cares about being the best part of the customer's day. Apply today at Culver's West on Wabash.
Time to move inside and make your home warm and cozy. Hendricks Home Furnishings is having a fall sale on all things homey. Cozy up on a new sofa or sectional. Relax and unwind with comfy recliners or stylish chairs. Pick out a new fireplace console to complement your seasonal decor. Settle in for a gathering at your new dining or kitchen table. Don't miss out on our limited time fall offers. Just a short drive to Verdon on Route 4. Hendricks Home Furnishings has everything you need to create a warm and inviting space.
Here's what's happening right now at Green Certified West.
Not another goat dropping. Hey guys, another goat dropping.
A what?
The goats. They keep dropping the prices on all these quality pre-owned vehicles. That wasn't what I was expecting.
The goats are just doing what they do best, giving the Green Certified West customers their very best deals and amazing customer service.
These prices are too low. We have a business to run. Hey, you, goat, not another dropping on my lot.
Come see the Goat Squad at Green Certified West for your very best deal.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Rex with a double X battery. Generations of power.
You can jumpstart your car with a device you can hold in your hand. I'm Laurie from Rex Battery, and if you find yourself with a dead battery, the NOCO Genius Boost is all you need. You don't have to wait for a friend to show up, call a tow truck, or hope a stranger has jumper cables. If you have the NOCO Genius Boost, you have the charge you need to get your car going again. One charge can get you as many as 20 jumps. Rex Battery always carries the latest technology, and these small devices pack big power, enough oomph to start your cars, trucks, and even boats. They even have USB ports so you can get your phone powered up if you're stranded. The NOCO Genius Boost. Pick up one today at Rex Battery, Clear Lake, just west of Dirksen.
Rex with a double X battery. Generations of power.
Here at Warren Boynton State Bank, we're proud to be a true community bank since 1877. We remind you that the goal of a community bank is to work together with our customers and communities to help move them forward in positive ways. When we accept your deposits, we invest that money right back into this area, into homes, farms, and small businesses. One of our primary goals is to help this community in any way we can. And because we've invested in you, our friends and neighbors, our bank is safe and sound and in business to stay. We're sincere in our care and concern for this community. Our employers, directors, and managers are people you know, people who are dedicated to making this a better place to live. Discover what a true community bank is at Warren Boynton State Bank, 3030 Spring Mill Drive in Springfield. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Warren Boynton, your bank.
To protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone.
That should do it.
Way to go, Steve! By simply taking digital pictures of his family's important documents, Steve can always have them stored safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Peggy at Springfield Supportive Living loves to stay busy.
I love the garden area. It's so peaceful, and they got the walkway, and I walk a lot. I walk 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day, at least.
And then there are Peggy's numerous hobbies.
I like to craft and sew and crochet and keep myself pretty busy, and they have a lot of activities, and I just enjoy being here.
At SpringfieldSupportiveLiving.com.
Springfield Supportive Living. Are you young enough?
Blood donors rock at Impact Life because saving lives is in their bones.
Now, through October 31st, all donors who register to give blood will be eligible for their choice of a $10 gift card or a limited edition Blood Donors Rock long-sleeved Halloween-themed t-shirt. Give what's in your heart today and register to donate blood before October 31st. Visit our donor center on Wabash in Springfield or on Main Street in Decatur. We are changing the world together. Visit bloodcenter.org.
Imagine having all the money you need for retirement, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investor, an indexed annuity tied to growth in the stock market, but without any risk of loss ever. It's guaranteed money for life income, no matter how long you live. Call 888-509-2228. 888-509-2228. Sponsored by GP Agency, Inc., Raleigh, North Carolina. Licensed in all states. Performance may vary. Consult with your financial professional before making an investment decision.
Listen and watch the interviews with today's newsmakers on Facebook and YouTube. Like and subscribe now. Springfield's Morning News with Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY.
Well, it is the final segment of my time here on WMAY. I'm Greg Bishop, and you can chime in if you want to be the last caller, 217-629-7970. My email is absolutely flooded right now with people wanting one of these patches, and I promise I will do what I can to get it to you. Of course, I said the first 50 are going to get email or get a patch if you send me an email with your physical address. Well, we'll see how many more I can squeeze out. I've got a few more, so we'll see how many I can get. But if you want to patch, be sure to email me, bishoponair@gmail.com. All right. A lot for me to say. I definitely want to thank a ton of people out there. Of course, you guys for waking up each and every morning. The positive messages I get from emailers all throughout the day saying you're doing a great job. We love the show. We love staying informed. You're fair. You're direct. You're knowledgeable. You put the work in. It shows. Really, and I want to thank as well, most importantly, my wife, Megan. She's had to put up with me being a radio guy for years now. So again, I thank everybody for just supporting me. It really is a fuel to my fire. There's no question. While I'm done on WMAY, I continue on the Center Square, on Illinois Radio Network. You'll likely hear some of my reports on WMAY from Illinois Radio Network as the job over there continues to grow. It's blown me away as to how much, when I was recruited to start a program, a radio-focused news operation focused on State House news, going out to radio stations across the state of Illinois, it's blown away. I'm just absolutely floored as to how much it's expanded since then. We're talking, back in 2014 when that happened. Now, that's turned into the Center Square, and it's not just Illinois; it's across the country. So that continues to grow and expand. So I gotta focus my my attention on that to make that as crisp as possible to get you guys what you need. So, got 3 minutes here. I'm going to blast through these phone calls. Good morning. You are on WMAY.
Well, we are glad to see you going someplace and enjoying life. We're sad to see you go, but I have a challenge for you to come back in about a month and let us know how you're doing.
All right, we'll see if I can make that happen. I'll definitely maybe make a guest appearance every once in a while. Who knows? I did offer up and say, hey, maybe, I do a fill-in spot every once in a while. Who knows? Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Dude, I had no idea you were leaving. I kind of just set me a little bit.
Sorry to hear that. I didn't mean to.
That's all right. What are you doing? What are you doing full time now? You're gonna
full-time? I'm doing what I've been doing full-time. This has been my part-time gig for people who didn't know that. Right? So full-time, I continue with the Center Square and Illinois Radio Network, and that just continues to grow and expand. So I've got to focus all my attention on that. I can't come in here for 3 hours every morning, plus the hours that it takes to show prep and to organize and to schedule and to research and to do all the other stuff that requires such a show like this. So really for my own sanity.
You're making excuses. That's terrible, Greg. No.
Yeah, all right. I appreciate the call.
Who doesn't do it every day.
Well,
Have a great one,
we'll see. I appreciate it. 217-629-7970. We'll see if they'll make that be the last call. Come on. A dead phone line? Give me a break. All right, let's go to this one. 217-629-7970. Good morning.
Good morning. I feel your last caller should be your wife, Megan. But
she's working.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I've only been around since 2018, but you're the reason I've stayed around this long. So I appreciate everything you said, you've done, everything you represented. I think you're a great middle of the road, even person when it comes to dealing with everything you deal with. So I thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, well, guys, listen, I got another phone call coming in, but that's all I can do because we are plumb out of time. Follow me anywhere. Just search Bishop on Air. All right, all one word, Bishop on Air. If you want to patch, email me, bishoponair@gmail.com. I'm still going to be producing content on the Center Square, so regular news reports there. But also, you've got the YouTube channel you can continue to subscribe to. We'll continue to track gun legislation and litigation. We'll continue to track what's going on at the Illinois State House. So obviously, you can still stay tuned and be plugged in with me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. It's not the last you're hearing from me, I promise. All right? But I got to get some sleep. Love you guys. Love each other. Love life. All right?
From the Fly SPI Studios, take the easy way out. WMAY FM, Taylorville, Springfield's News and Talk is